and we should be live. I'll have to
Hurrah.
check. I'll get back to my stream. Hello, folks.
Hello.
Right, so anyway, we were actually just discussing before we came online here. I don't know if anybody's seen the Tim Pool set of videos that he did from Sweden, where he did daily vlogs in Sweden, talking to various people.
Yes, carry on.
Sorry, I didn't mute YouTube there. Yes, where he did daily vlogs from Sweden, talking to various people that went out into the so-called no-go zones and things like that, both with cameras and without cameras, because they found that when they went in with cameras, people were a little bit more hostile and reluctant to talk and stuff like that. But he talked to a whole host of variety of people when he was there, and it's quite an unbiased, I think, depiction of what's actually going on, to be fair. Basically determined it's not all out war, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows either.
Yeah. No, you see, for example, Paul Joseph Watson kind of tweets he sends out, and it sounds like it's the middle of Mogadishu.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, the reality is somewhere in between, as usually tends to be the case. Like I was saying before, I've got a friend. This is totally anecdotal, so it means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine is from Afghanistan. He's been here just as long as I have, 11 years in Norway. And he's become a citizen. So technically he's Norwegian, and he's integrated relatively well, although he hasn't really learned the language quite as well as I have. But he still refers to himself as Afghanistani. When you say, well, you're Norwegian now, he says, no, I'm not. Well, you've got a citizenship, you've got a passport with Norway written on it. It's that kind of mindset. You're always an outsider, no matter how long you've been here.
I had a group of the guys that he was talking to. He was just talking to these people in a coffee shop, and they were like immigrants as well, kind of thing. But they were like, they were more on the side of Trump because he seemed to want to stop the reason for there being immigrants in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Like he says, most people we don't want to be refugees. He says, yes, you are going to get people that do want to immigrate, but like, you know, there's always people that want to immigrate from all sorts of countries. Plenty of British people do it and everything like that as well. But he says, like, people don't want to be refugees. We don't have to like pack up and move our homes and everything like that. Because he was like, he had a reasonably like good life where he was. Do you know what I mean? But then like obviously war came and destroyed where he lived, and he feared, so he left, kind of thing. He says a lot of them don't want to be, really. He says, so that's another problem with them not like fitting in, because a lot of them, well, not a lot of them, but some of them are there simply until they can go back home, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. And he says they're all for Trump because he seems to actually want to put a stop to the reason that there's refugees in the first place.
Yeah.
They were looking at it from like the very base.
Well, that's like interesting. Talk with a lot of locals here, both Norwegians and immigrants. But in the media here in Norway, at least, it's not a question of taking in refugees and allowing them to stay until they can be sent home when the war is over, and they can rebuild their lives. There's never any talk about that. It's always about they must be taken in and they must be integrated and become part of Norwegian society and join the workforce and be Norwegian. And yeah, that seems to me to be a bit.
Yeah, there seems to be no accommodation for those that simply want somewhere safe to be until they can go back home, kind of thing. Like,
Then, of course, you have the economic migrants who are abusing the refugee system to find work and all that sort of thing. But, yeah.
hey, Maddie.
Is Maddie in the stream? Out in the chat?
Yeah. He's
paying
popping up,
attention.
bless him.
Fucking Maddie.
What's your views on the whole subject, Mr. Feature?
I don't know. I mean, sort of like yourselves, I do think that the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, because obviously people on the left are saying, nope, everything's hunky-dory over here. It's, you know, multiculturalism is great, everything's fine. Then you've got people on the far right saying, oh my God, it's just a war zone, you know. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of bad things going on, but it's probably not quite so bad. I mean, I don't see any of it here, I'll be honest, where I am. But I know that the SNP want to bring in countless migrants as well. So we've well, hopefully that doesn't happen, really.
And they do it without a plan as well. That's the thing. That's what I think one of the guys he was saying, and that's like the thing that I'd been saying as well. And then I seen this dude, and I was like, yes, exactly. That's what I've been saying for over here. It's all well and good bringing them in, but you need a plan. You need the infrastructure in place, like first, if you know what I mean. I know you kind of have infrastructure in place, like when war happens and things happen instantly, but I think you can, because every hell's teeth, you know, how long has it been going on? Really, the need for refugees being taken in now. To be fair, like, I think the countries that are going to be doing it should have had some kind of infrastructure or plan in place for it, more than just bringing them in, shoving them somewhere, and then forgetting about them. Because that seems to be what's happened in some parts of Sweden. Is a lot of the time in the problem areas, it's like the second generation immigrants and refugees.
Yeah, because they've not sort of integrated.
Never integrated all those years ago, and now they're kind of just a bit lost, and they're poor. They're not very well educated. You know, nothing was there for them, kind of thing. They were just forgotten about, and kind of turned to gang crime and stuff like that as youth want. But,
yeah, and have you heard what theory on why all these countries are so keen to let in the migrants?
Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, what was the question?
Have you heard Porco Dio's theory as to why we're allowing in so many migrants into Europe?
No, I haven't.
Or so keen to let them in?
Enlighten us.
It's to do with basically having a cheap labour force, because we've got an ageing population here in Europe. You know, we're fucked basically if we want to continue sort of in the same way that we are, the way that capitalism is going at the moment. Although it seems pretty short-sighted to me, because they're not letting them integrate. They're not doing anything to do that. So they're just coming in, and a lot of them are just going to be sponging off the state anyway.
That's what these guys in the coffee shop were saying as well. The refugees guys, they said it's all just a ploy to bring in cheap labour to bolster up the economic market, to bring in more money, but that money will not go where it's needed, kind of thing. And they're just a tool, and they're just being used, kind of thing. And But at the same time, he managed not to like be that bitter about it either. It was, he had a strange attitude, this guy, like grounded. But some of the stuff he was saying, I was like, that's true. It would make a lot of sense. And now hearing Porco say it as well.
Yeah, Porco knows all.
I'm sure he
it
likes
makes a
the
lot of
big
sense.
show.
Of course, there are other factors as well, especially up here in Scandinavia. It's they're incredibly, almost insanely altruistic. The whole we've got to help people no matter what, and that's why feminism has taken such root in, especially in Sweden.
Scribe
it
had a
just
name
seems-
for this the other day, didn't he? Oh, it was now.
I haven't heard that. But,
Something altruism.
it's just blind altruism, you could say. Helping people for the sake of it, and that's fair enough. But there's got to be a limit, I think.
Have any of you heard of a guy
it's the
called
same in
William
Scotland.
Askell?
Sorry.
Have any of you heard of a guy called William Askell?
No.
He's got an organisation called Effective Altruism. He did a podcast with Sam Harris, which is where I first came across him. And fuck me, that was a hell of a podcast. That, wow. But his organisation does Effective Altruism, and it's basically like he's dedicated like 10% of his salary for life to charity. But what they do is they pick actual like effective charities. They do a lot of research into where you can actually do the most good and not just surface good or whatever kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Like they like quite simple things like mosquito nets for beds and stuff like that, because he says although it seems like quite a small thing, he says that can stop the spread of disease. That means less resources have to be spent on medicine, and he just rattled off all the benefits and benefits that you would never think of either, just, you know, unless you actually sat and really thought about it. You're like, oh, it would have an effect on that too. And they pick like the best places where it can be put to the most use and stuff like that. And it's quite an interesting. That was a guy with going into the room and there's a priceless painting on the wall and a kid. You save the kid or the painting, even though the painting's worth millions and could save many more children. Like he looks at it like from that kind of point of view. It's strange.
So wanky philosophical thought experiments, basically.
Yeah, but to find the actual charities that they do use actual genuine research and stuff like that. But how he came about the whole thing was to thinking oddly about it, and actually thinking where you can do the actual most good and not what just seems morally the most good at the time.
Yeah. Just before we
Basically.
go on, I'd like to say hi to Dick Balls and say that I'd like to have your dick in my mouth. There you go. Back to charities. That's really the best way to go about it, I think. Using donations practically, real things that will actually help people. It just seems a lot of charities have quite a bit of overhead, and you hear about some supply trains getting hijacked by pirates and that sort of thing, and bandits. I'm not sure how true that is, but a lot of the aid that is sent down, to example, in Africa, disappears, goes into the hands of drug lords and all that sort of thing. But handing out mosquito nets, that's a really good idea. A lot of people die of malaria every year, so why the hell not?
And he says it's just little simple things. You know, obviously he does lots of different ones, and he says, and because they're like such small and simple things, they don't cost a lot. you can actually ensure that these things get to where they're going, and that they're going to be put to use, and stuff like that. It's not like food or money or things that, as you say, could get waylaid or whatever. The things that can actually get to where they're going and do the most good. Like, it was going on about this company had invented, it was a bit like a little merry-go-round that the kids could play on in the village. And as they spun it, it pumped water for the village. And everyone thought, that's a bloody brilliant idea. Loads of celebrities got behind it and that and everything. And they didn't really do much research into it or think about it too much. They just thought it was a brilliant idea. Everybody got on the bandwagon, they rolled it out. But as it happened, because what used to happen was that the older woman of the village used to get the job generally of pumping the water, because the men were out hunting or doing fields or whatever and stuff like that. The younger women were looking after the children and stuff, so it was often the older women that got the job of pumping the water. So they thought they could make it fun, but what happened was it only pumped when the thing was actually being pushed. It didn't pump in free spin, like it didn't free spin like a normal merry-go-round. So the kids got sick of the fact that they always had to push it all the time. They couldn't just jump on and spin around kind of thing, and it wasn't as efficient as the water from the wells either, so it had to be like done for longer. So eventually the kids got bored of playing on this thing, and it then turned to the older women of the village to push this merry-go-round, but it was less efficient at pumping water, so they had to work harder, and it was just an absolute disaster. And all because they never actually sat and thought about it. It just seemed like a flash in the pan, good idea, loads of celebrities got behind it. It was all glamorous and that, and then it failed miserably because they just didn't fucking think about it.
But that was probably the whole idea, to get all the women in the village to go around in circles and actually get off their lazy asses. Patriarchy!
Thanks, Gav. Scribbles is in the chat.
Scribbles.
Yeah, but it was I came across most of my people through Sam Harris, really, to be fair. I'm watching podcasts with him, other people, and going, oh, he seems quite intelligent. I'll see what he's all about.
Yeah. Well, he's a very entertaining guy, Sam Harris. Entertaining in what he says, not his delivery, which I find to be dry and...
I like it. I kind of I just think he's brilliant, just the way his mind works.
Oh yeah, he's got the shiz. Shout out to Juanita in the chat.
Juanita.
Juanita.
I've still got my story that I need to read out as well. I've
Yes,
been
you do.
doing little I've been doing, how we've been doing our stories on the streams. So
Yeah.
I thought I'd been talking to Wendy, and obviously there's the little bromance online between Skeptic Llama and White Sith Male. So I was like, I should have done a romance story with them two in it. Made a little romance story. And she was like, that would be hilarious. But then obviously I've noticed other bromances on Twitter and YouTube as well. So I did a few more.
Who was the other guy again?
Yeah?
Skeptic and...
Skeptic Llama and White Sith Male.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, they've got a big bromance going on.
They do.
So I did a couple of others as well. Because there was a few, there was like the romance, there was like the short story romance, and then there was the story blurb, where there was the romance, and then there was the paranormal romance. So I've got 3 so far.
You will have to share
I'll have to
them
find
with
an
us.
appropriate time to read. I don't know, I was gonna just do it in a video format once I had a few.
Mm.
You know how some people have been doing the roastings of other YouTubers. I was gonna do me romance stories of other YouTubers.
Did you use the romance generator, or have you written them yourself?
No, I just used the story generator.
Okay.
But because it was people that I knew, well, not knew, but knew enough about, I could put some words in that were relevant. Sometimes it didn't reply them to the right person, because obviously there's two people in here, so I might have put one word in thinking it would apply it to one, but it didn't. It applied it to the other. So, but I left it.
Sure.
And they're quite funny.
And you will, of course, have to read them out on stream.
Either do them on stream or,
Or make a
as I
video.
said, do a little video. Oh, that might be off the videos, which people may have noticed. I stopped at 3.
Supposed to be continuing my my story of Juanita and Lexi. But, I haven't found the time to write lately. And yes, Scribe, your videos are very binge-worthy.
Yeah, I think I
Totally
went on a bit of a
Netflix.
binge with Scribe.
You're awesome, dude. We love you.
Tailed I did, which I think he knew because I kept leaving comments on his videos, and then it's like, last one I promised, and then I'd watch another one. I'm like, oh, I need to comment on this one too.
Wait, what?
I say that your videos, I went on a binge of watching your videos.
Oh yeah, when you first discovered me.
I went on everything. I do that a little bit. I went on a bit of a binge with Scribe as well.
Who doesn't?
And I need to with that Magog. Magog? Yeah.
Yes, he's awesome. He released a new
Because
video.
you've got dragons.
Released a new video. What was it today? Magog meets BuzzFeed. And,
Oh.
we're talking
Oh, BuzzFeed. The joys.
a bunch of plus-sized models, plus-sized women putting on fancy clothes and talking about how they're so oppressed that they can't wear what they like, and blah blah blah. The usual BuzzFeed diarrhea.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
ridiculous.
the first video of his I saw. That was just today, and yeah, I'll be honest with you, I was just kind of like, just another. Well, I mean, he's obviously got high production values, but I don't know, maybe just getting a bit bored of people roasting fat people and feminists and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, he doesn't actually say a lot, Magog, in his videos, but yeah, at least he makes it entertaining.
Oh yeah, there's no getting away from that.
Of course, there's been a lot of talk about about anti-SJW feminism stuff. It's been debunked over and over again, and people are just saying the same old shit and all that sort of thing.
But the thing is, it obviously hasn't been debunked because they're still at it, and there just needs to be baser arguments, really. It can be broken down into a very, very base argument that you can argue against, and to just tear the foundations out from under the feet.
Well,
That's not how it works, though. People are emotionally invested in it, so they're not just going to change their mind because we say they're wrong.
Yeah, no, true. I just think my point of view, anyway, is that
it's just stopping more people
voices.
joining.
Yeah, doesn't matter if we say the same thing over and over again, as long as there's lots of people doing it and bringing it to the attention of the masses, the great sweaty masses. And then
I think it's kind of dying off, really, isn't it?
The feminism side or SJW side?
I think the roasting of like maybe people has, but that's why I think I like watching like different people. Like you and Scribe have videos that like other people don't have, and different viewpoints, and you come with things from like a bit more of a different perspective. I think it's not just plus the sarcasm. Like I can usually, sometimes I just sit back and go, I know what's coming next, and then sarcasm strikes. So I'm like, yep.
I don't want to be predictable.
Oh.
Hang on, what'd you say, Tal?
I said I don't want to be predictable.
Well, you are. Fucking move.
Fuck. Oh yeah, that's fine now. That's a catchphrase.
Yeah, and you've got the songs.
It's got the song. Oh, I'm quite proud of that, actually.
To be fair, I don't have as much. I want time to watch as many videos, even though I've probably got all the time in the world. I find myself distracted by other things. And I've got quite a lot queued up.
Yeah, I kind of stopped. I've just been too busy this week to watch anything really.
I've noticed I've stopped watching a lot of YouTube. The occasional video, but
I like watching streams, to be
I
fair.
only watch them if they're live.
Mm.
well,
I do need to go back and watch a couple of Scribe and Monkeys that I've missed, though, because I do enjoy their streams. My problem is they're always on at silly o'clock in the morning for me. And because I'm going back to work on Monday, I'll not be able to stay up and watch them anymore.
whoops.
I'll have to watch them afterwards.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I was cleaning shit off my keyboard and I accidentally closed the browser. Ah!
All right.
Hey, Chris, and welcome back.
Ah,
Moist. Never do it. Never do
not
it.
bad. Read
Well,
all
I should
love
have
letters.
done an impression of Suit Yourself. He says welcome back as well, doesn't he? G'day, guys, and welcome back.
Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Quite bad, actually.
G'day, cunts.
And now that I've
Welcome.
discovered that I can game stream, I just do game streams now. And then I can play and talk shit at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually quite hard to keep up a constant stream of shit on your own. But
What?
wine helps.
It does. It helps everything.
And an active
Well, I
chat.
was looking forward to playing some games today, but no. Fucking no.
I'm akin to many women. What do you mean I'm akin to many women? That is a bold and untrue statement.
Same.
So I'm dying.
Juanita's saying
Um,
up in this bitch.
Yeah, she's saying that we need more women, but you're as if there are many women here. You stand for more than one woman.
Ah,
Many men make up one you.
right. I see.
That wasn't
Should be
a
in
fat
that
joke
one.
either.
The token American.
You wouldn't need it. Oh, I should try to genderly balance out the chat, is she?
Yes, she wants on.
No, I mean you're technically the CEO of this chat, of this fucking stream. So no, you don't get to. That doesn't work like that.
I'll have the CEO. I can do whatever the fuck I want as well, really. So
True that.
yeah,
Except play games on it.
except play games on it. Yeah, but that's not my fault. I wasn't supposed to be playing the games. That was Baz and Snugs,
Yeah,
and instead they decided to go out on the
Yeah.
lash and get shit faced.
Yeah, and now
bastards.
Baz says he's going to be drinking all night till 2 o'clock in the morning. He's going to drink until he forgets he was supposed to stream. Were his words.
He'll be streaming in his pants.
It's an endless stream of disappointment with Baz. You know, do you want to bring Juanita on, or
Yeah, go for it.
send her a link then?
Me? No, you.
Okay, now I've got to work out how to do that.
It's easy, just copy and paste.
Okay.
Copy and paste.
Good.
Shush you.
Yes. Done.
No.
Juanita, check your details.
Yeah, I'm quite actually chuffed with my new laptop. Apart from the fact that something's not quite right because it won't. It keeps crashing on certain games, and I've been looking it up. The various the error message that I keep getting, and apparently it's some conflict between a Windows 10 update and a graphics card driver update. But I need to figure out which ones I need to uninstall and reinstall.
And
In
just
the
reinstall your graphics card driver. That should.
Well, I did that, but I don't think it likes the new one. I need to like apparently keep rolling back older ones until I find a one that's stable with the Windows 10 update. Because unfortunately, the Windows 10 update is automatic. It kind of forces it on you a lot of the time. So some aspects of it you can't uninstall. So if that particular driver is interacting badly with that particular component of Windows 10, you can't. But it's quite a known like fault now and everything. So they are bringing out. Hopefully, they should be bringing out fixes for it.
Okay.
They brought out temporary fixes, but don't
Which is
understand them.
which is why I haven't migrated to Windows 10. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to be saying to even roll back as far as like Windows 8.
Oh, I'm still on 7.
Oh yeah, or XP.
XP
even.
for the win.
Yeah, except some NVIDIA drivers won't work with XP now. So.
Oh, they stopped support for XP, so you're fucked.
Yeah.
True that.
But Windows 8 seems to be a lot of people seem to just roll back to that. And since I don't actually use Windows for much, like it doesn't really matter which one I've got.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How goes it?
Oh, I'm doing good.
We certainly hope so.
How are you guys?
Doing smashingly.
Smashing. The Dickball still uses Windows 7 as well.
Good on you, dick balls. You're a true patriot.
Don't even know if I could roll back now, really, because it came with it installed.
Are you guys all like creative writers?
Nope.
What?
So you
Creative
guys
writing.
creative writers?
Creative writers?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No?
I'm neither creative nor a writer.
I wish I was. I used to write stories with my best
Aw.
friend when I was a kid. We used to write fantasy novels together, and we invented our own little dice rolling game thing as well.
Nuggets.
Fuck you. I
I can't write for shit,
Yes.
but I can draw kind of decent.
can draw dead trees and stickmen.
Yeah.
Not much use for those.
No, we're just ordinary run-of-the-mill shitlords here, so nothing particularly special about us.
Well, you're Chris.
Don't make his head go big. Please.
Why
I took
Chris?
my eye out with this big.
As in why Chris Griffin?
Yeah.
Firstly, because my name is Chris, and
I was
secondly,
gonna ask, but
and because I just like the GIF. I think it's great.
yeah. It's really creepy.
You mean the GIF?
Yeah,
Oh no, we're not going to start on
Yeah,
that.
GIF.
Jeff. What? Jeff's like
Everybody
something
says
you
Jeff.
use to clean your bathroom, isn't it?
And now I leave the stream and just leave you to it.
Ah,
Oh no.
motherfuckers.
Oh, you're showing your age, Laura, 'cause it's now called Sif, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm old as fuck.
Wait, what's
I don't really care. Jeff. Oh, what used to be Jeff and is now Sif. It's like a bathroom cleaner or
Yeah.
a kitchen cleaner, but
Okay.
yeah.
Here in Norway, it's still called GIF. With the J.
Yeah.
They pronounce
Oh,
it GIF. As in what furries do to each other. GIF.
What is it? I see. There's so many terms that I just really don't understand. Like sometimes I'll read a Twitter post and it might as well be in like double Dutch.
Yeah.
And some of the like symbols and stuff like that, I just don't.
Like the winky faces.
Yeah, emojis. I get emojis, but the ones that are made up of like I get the winky face, which is a semicolon on the, and the brackety
Close
thing.
bracket.
Like I get that. Yeah, that's and the unhappy version of that. But anything after that, what the fuck's that mean?
Oh, maybe I should type in some.
I mean, I can't be able to speak English, man. What happened to English? I understand it
Down the
becomes a
drain.
strain at 140
America
characters, but-
happened.
Yeah,
Fucking
fucking.
America.
And now feminists are complaining that there's not enough female emojis because
Fuck
did
that.
you know what? This is what really irritates me as well. It's like the whole representation matters, and it's like yes, but not in fucking emojis. If your life can be that fucked up at an emoji, you've got bigger fucking problems than non-female emojis. That's all I have to say on the matter. Like really. And it's the same with representation in television and things. Well, I don't see enough people that look like me in television. Well, you you base your life goals on what you see in the television. Well, that's your problem right there. Not that the fact that there isn't people that look like you on the telly. It's the fact that you're basing your life for fucking television.
Yeah.
Like that's your problem right there. It's just
Fellow sister.
utter madness.
Who does that? It's like over analyzing and all this shit. Ugh. Nobody cares.
I don't know. I have to teach kids all this weird and wonderful stuff. I don't know why we just can't teach them to have stronger minds.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Hard.
it's too hard.
It's not that hard.
Bobby.
Are you kidding?
Quite easy.
As a kid, nobody gives a shit. Like, unless you're fat or something. Like, but, you know, other than that, kids really don't give a shit. You know? It's only when you're older, really, I guess. But,
I copped a lot of flack as a kid for being chunky.
yeah.
Uh,
But, I mean, it's just how it is.
Punches.
Yeah. They call you fat, you just beat them up.
Pussy.
punch them in the face. Or like if you're it's like that's how it is if you're a fat kid like going through school. You're either one like the funny fat kid who somehow gets in with like the popular people,
That was me.
and then or you're like just like an outcast who has to like fight the bullies. So
I was always picked on just for being skinny, and I kind of just took it on as an identity after a while. And spoons.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to always
Just
get
how I
comments
am. Like, don't really care.
on how fat I was. Derp. No, when I was younger, I got flack for being fat, and when I became an adult, I lost weight, and now I'm suddenly too skinny. So you can never win.
No,
You can
never
never win.
fuck.
So just gotta be yourself and fuck the world.
You didn't look skinny.
And people think that that's like cold, and it's not cold. It doesn't mean that you stop caring about people. You just, when I say I don't care, I mean I don't care what you think of me. Well, that's
Yeah.
a bit harsh. No, it's not harsh, because that doesn't mean I don't care about you. Like, you were in trouble, I would help you the same as I would help anybody else. But I don't care what you think of me. Like, it has no bearing on my life whatsoever, what you happen to think of me. And,
How it
like,
should-
and it's not. I just think if we can just teach kids that it's okay to think like that without turning everybody into sociopaths, we still have empathy, then things would be so much better. It doesn't matter what other people think, and that's a lot of the problem with feminists as well. I think they're too concerned about how other people perceive them and how they're perceived in the world and everything like that. And it's just, you don't need constant validation from other people in order to exist.
Mhm.
You really don't. You should be enough.
Yeah.
Don't need to create 76 genders and confuse the fuck out of loads of people. Just stop caring.
Just an interesting thing I've noticed. This stream has been going on for a while now, and we haven't had a request for Tails to do the speech from Braveheart.
Yeah.
And let's keep it that way.
Ah. Fucking
No.
Scots.
Shall be no torturing on my stream.
It's so fun.
Oh, I've played it so many times.
Have any of you guys been to America?
Yes,
Yep.
many times.
All of you?
Nope, I haven't.
Where'd you go?
Faggot.
Balls. I don't want to go.
Yeah,
There's only one reason I'd go to America.
for me.
Yeah.
I've been to North Carolina and Florida and every state in between because I drove. Well, not personally, I didn't drive. I was in the passenger seat. I drove from Florida to North Carolina, Greensboro,
Were
and Charlotte.
were Americans better drivers than English people?
I don't really pay attention, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah.
All you know
I
is
was typically like trying to entertain my mum on the long drive.
yeah. You can't really judge like America based on like Florida though, because kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Man.
as well, like she doesn't really live in. She lives in a place called Spring Hill, so it's like in the middle of Florida, kind of like in the rural areas. So it's still quite like it's not all, yeah, mental touristy crazy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I do like North Carolina though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lovely state. Everyone's dead friendly, and the food's amazing. Oh, my days.
Yes. Finally, one person says they like American food.
Oh, it was like cornbread and collard
American-
greens and chicken and macaroni pie. Oh,
Can we say that American food's better than English food?
It's not better than haggis.
haggis
Nothing's
is
better than haggis.
disgusting. How would you can't
Haggis
even
is-
taste it anyway. Fuck off.
Yes, haggis is illegal in the US. Yeah, I know.
Why? Because it's cruel or something?
Apparently
Because it's made of
really hard
the
to
innards of sheep.
Well, don't we have what is it? It's the duck thing. It's like faux gras, faux something. You take a duck and then you stuff its liver. Forget
Yeah,
it.
duck liver.
I don't know.
The liver becomes in.
And then caviar is like fish eggs, and that's okay. But a sheep stomach lining, like no.
Well, the sheep's already dead, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah, it's been fucked to death.
I
Scottish
give
way.
You don't have to make sauce.
Fucking tradition, eh?
Well, if you don't want to do the Braveheart speech, you could at least do the Robert Burns thing. Ode to a haggis.
No. It's really long. Like my penis.
Only, okay, whatever.
You're-
give him a
you're
little
getting enough
taste or
fucking-
something.
You're getting enough fucking Scots just from me speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, just ask him loads of questions and make him talk a lot.
Yeah, but when you're talking normally, you don't really get that the whole, Scotch vibe.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, he sounds way different.
You're starting to sound like Gutenberg now. See, you don't sound really Scottish. You don't sound like fucking Goodfella or anything like that because I'm not from Glasgow.
Yeah, okay. I'll just stop.
I thought someone said I sounded wonderful, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, wonderful. No,
No, Steve said he wasn't getting the little Scottish vibe when you spoke, and I said, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean,
Well, the females here are probably moist in their pants.
Yep.
I'm sure they are.
I guess a little. A little.
Bobby.
No, he sounds Scottish. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I mean, I don't know, but if you've seen his Robert Burns Haggis poem reading, then you'll know what I'm talking about. It's quite Scottish. You hear it, and you think, fucking
Oh.
Scotland. But when Taylor's talking, just like conversationally, and it's quite mild. It's tame. It's safe. We want more Scottish.
Do you?
I do tone it
More.
down when I'm speaking to you guys.
You do.
Yeah.
Laura
Yeah,
doesn't
otherwise
tone
you wouldn't
down her
understand
Geordie
the fucking
accent,
word.
so
I do tone down my Geordie accent when I talk to you guys. You think
Really?
this is strong?
Yeah, I've heard her speak. I've heard her speak on the phone. I couldn't understand a fucking word.
fucking Geordies.
Fucking Geordies.
That's the thing about at least American English. We can understand what Juanita's saying, no problem. But we're just constantly bombarded with American media. So
Yeah,
it's
it's true.
weird. It's weird when Americans can't pick out English dialects, for example, English
Well,
accents.
Sometimes you can tell. It depends.
They're like, oh,
Oh yeah, don't say it to Marty. Marty's like, oh, I can pick them all out. 'Cause he's a
I
fucking
was trying to
smart.
do some the other day on a stream. It was him
Oh yeah, he can't
and
do
woman
them. He can.
and somebody else were trying to do accents. They were trying to do Irish, and the Irish was terrible. That man was just like, it sounded about as Irish as John Wayne. Then he tried to do Scottish. That didn't work either. Oh, it was terrible. All of them were terrible.
It's like Gutenberg and his Pakistani William Wallace. Like, I am William Wallace.
It's because they try to put on a different voice as well, rather than just doing the accent in your own voice kind of thing. They put on a silly voice at the same time, so it just sounds silly from the off.
Well, that's the idea.
Because when
Of course,
Mad Woman was in the stream the other night, taking the piss out of her Irish accent in that story thing that she did.
Oh,
It's pretty cool, actually. Actually got a chance to talk to a Mad Woman. Like, yay!
Which Irish accent?
The one she did, and there's stories that she did. I don't know if you watched those videos where she read out the story she wrote about the Irish witch.
No, I never saw that.
Obviously not. I watch all of her story ones that
Right,
she
is she-
does.
Well, she like fucking hell, Jesus, no fucking hell.
It was. It wasn't quite that bad, but it was. Yeah,
That bad? What you said? My Irish accent's fucking good.
it was terrible.
It's actually an impression of someone that I know, and she does generally sound like that.
Oh dear.
Am
She's
I?
like, oh Jesus, no. Oh.
To be fair, that's
Jesus,
a
Mary
little
and
bit
Joseph.
better. Yeah.
Sorry, Hack.
It's
Hmm?
they don't really do the this either. Like that would be chat. Like the doesn't really
That'd be
have a,
grand.
yeah,
That'd be
it's
grand.
like that. And the T's
Like,
are always very softened as well, like that. With a bit at the end.
I think you should do some accents, Laura.
I cannot really. I sometimes can do Irish when I'm
But-
not pushed.
I can't.
And I can occasionally do Scottish when I'm pushed. Well, I don't know. I'll randomly do
When
it.
you're
Like if I just
heavily
do it on the off,
intoxicated.
yes. But when I'm not, when somebody says do it, I kind of, you know what I mean. If I just broke out into it one night.
I had
I
a
can't.
I had a physics teacher who was a Geordie, so I used to just accent all the time. 'Cause I hated him. He hated me too.
Oh, why? Was something wrong with him, or was
Because
there
I
something
was,
wrong with physics?
No, I was a little shit, and he was a complete
Oh.
cunt. So
Fair enough.
just remember, I'll never forget him screaming at me to get out his room, and it was just this whole kind of Sorry, I'm coughing. Had this cough for weeks. Fucking moo. Get out my room! It was just the way he said it. It was just go with me to the grave. That was fucking brilliant.
I'm back.
Oh,
Right.
hello.
Welcome
Back in black.
Uh,
Still talking about accents?
Huh?
You're still talking about accents?
Yeah,
Right, so-
technically.
Yeah, about people not being able to do them, really, to be fair.
It's all I've got going for me is my accent, really.
Do I have?
Yeah,
do I sound like the generic American accent?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm not Southern. Actually, where I live, technically, that's like the prized accent. Like the newscasters, they're taught our dialect. So there's that.
My cousin Charlotte, she does, like, from North Carolina, she's got a proper Southern belle drawl. And it's like I could just sit and listen to her for ages.
Yeah.
Actually, that's really pleasant to listen to. That's kind of yeah. You got the South Carolina Georgia accent. I think is
Yeah.
very
And she's got
pleasant
like
to
quite a
listen to.
nice soft voice as well, so it's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. While I have you on the line, Juanita,
Juanita.
yeah.
About that song.
Oh, yeah.
In what direction would you like me to take it?
Oh yeah, tracks actually. That's two Allure songs. One of the few songs that I can actually sing. I love that song.
You'll have to give us a rendition.
Take it like disgustingly vile.
Disgustingly vile. I can do that.
Disgustingly vile. Yep.
So
Like-
basically my normal shit.
We all know Sieves can do that.
Oh yeah. I have the perfect idea then. No, you're not going to hear anything about it. Suddenly there will be a YouTube video.
Okay. Cool.
So let us never speak of it again.
Until one day, boom, you're famous, immortalized forever in song.
I didn't know you were the guy who made the Fat Fucker song.
Ah, yes I am.
Fat Fucker?
Fat fucker. I just had to. First heard that phrase when Baring used it. I
Yeah,
thought,
the
"Fuck."
way he said it was so weird.
I thought, damn, that's going into a song. That's got to be remixed.
Disgusting. Fat Fucker.
So,
The
yeah,
ones you
glad
did
like
for people stuttering soliloquy now make them like nuggets were kind of good.
it. Kind of good. Well, I kind of rushed them. So.
Yeah, your accent doesn't sound Australian at all.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
I guess it does in a way.
Australian.
It's more refined, I suppose.
Yeah. As a teenager, I really hated my Australian accent. So I made a concerted effort to not sound Australian. I even affected a British accent for a while. And I guess it kind of stuck. But if I'm angry or irritated or anything, then I start to sound a bit more Australian.
Australian.
yeah,
Australian.
'cause
Batman, I can't invite you in because we'll have the parties currently gender neutral.
well, you can invite more in. Why not?
I know.
See how
We're
long
gender
it's
neutral.
going.
And yes, fuckwad, I'm a proper cunt.
Wait, what time is it where you guys are? Because
12:30 where I am.
oh, midnight.
One.
Mm. Oh yeah, and you're an hour ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
Half one.
All right, just making sure nobody's staying up past their bedtime.
It's Saturday night.
I don't know. I'm thinking about it's bedtime. Like,
Oh, fucking hell.
He can't help it. He's old. He's
You daft
old.
twat.
Let him be.
It's because he's drinking too much. He needs to get like shot with cocaine or something.
That's not a bad idea.
I'm just
Fucking
tired.
It is.
Batman's in the chat. Fucking Batman.
Oh, that.
The Batman has a beard. He gets about Batman. Like every time I turn on a stream, he's there. And how the fuck did he get on there?
It's because he's watching you from your bedroom window.
Because he's Batman. God, you guys are all sick.
Oh no, I just need a drink.
Oh,
I can't be bothered to get out and go get one. Like my wine bottle's empty. It's just sad. I hit one in the kitchen. Get a drink now.
so what do you think is going to be like the next big topic that people are going to fucking latch onto? Like
Shit.
Pedophilia.
pedophilia?
Well, yeah, it's already starting to come up.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is with like freaking feminists and shit, people could be like, oh, they're retarded. Like, I mean, you've seen with that one dude that Andy Worski interviewed, like, you can't make it funny. Like, you can be informative, which is good, but I don't see how much money you can get out of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't seem very advertiser friendly.
No.
No, not at all. Because, I mean, people act like the SJW thing was such, like, a new thing, or, like, it was only, like, a 2-year thing. Like, making fun of weird freaking inbred people has always been the thing.
You're watching me from my bedroom window. Like what, you're upstairs where he's got like a downward periscope or something. What?
Huh, Batman?
He's the Batman.
Yeah.
The
He's
Bat-
watching me
X-ray vision.
from my bedroom window. Just quite disturbing, really.
well,
No, no Batman.
shouldn't he be
No.
fighting crime?
Yeah, he should be out fighting crime.
No? He's not doing his...
You are crime.
Why not a crime? See if there's a crime.
No, not a crime. You are crime.
Me,
That's why
just
Batman
crime.
Laura doesn't wear knickers.
Yeah, so my draw's probably full.
I just filled my drawers.
Yeah, I don't.
You
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely not in the summer. I don't wear any in the summer.
he steals
Oh.
underwear?
Apparently so. Lots of crime in Laura's knicker drawer.
Are,
Oh, dear.
are any of you familiar with the term snowdropper?
Does that have something to do with
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's an Australian term. It's someone who steals women's underwears from clotheslines.
Oh, yeah.
Snowdropper.
Okay.
I know it's a thing that's in Japan, because Japan are fucking weird, but...
Well, they get it from
Yeah,
vending
apparently
machines.
there's like vending machines where you can buy like used knickers and that. It's like, what the fuck? And they wonder why they have population problems.
Yeah, because...
The men and women just can't talk to each other anymore over there. It's bonkers.
I remember reading an article. This was like years and years ago. A Japanese guy who was fond of. He got his knickers through like post order, and he liked sniffing underwear that had been used by 12-year-old girls
Ew.
because the smell was more subtle than those by 14,
Oh.
15-year-olds. Yeah.
That's like he's a connoisseur of it. Oh, that's
He's a
disgusting.
connoisseur. Of knickers. Yes. Oh,
Is that illegal?
I guess Strax needs to go to Japan and spread his seed.
I thought Adrian
yeah,
that was like 14 there. It's like, ew.
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 Yeah, there's quite a high suicide rate amongst young people in Japan as well. There's this like park in I can't remember what the city is now. It might be the capital, I'm not sure. But it's the biggest park. And they've actually got like guards that patrol it, like suicide watch patrol kind of thing.
Like
So
sick.
young people, yeah, going and killing themselves and stuff. Depression's rampant, and a lot of young people don't know how to talk to each other and stuff like that. And then there's the whole thing that a lot now of Japanese women are going to work and stuff like that. And there's a thing over there that if you're married, generally the woman doesn't work, stays at home, looks after the kids. And because more women are going into the workforce, they're not getting married and they're not having kids. And then the younger people losing the ability to talk to each other somehow for various reasons. And yeah, they've actually passed the point now where they can bring the population back themselves. Like they've gone past the point of no return already. If they continue the way they are, their population will just go into vast decline. They're either going to have to start like allowing in immigrants, which is something that they've like held off doing for a very long time, really, in Japan.
Okay.
But that's one of the few options that's open to them if they can't get people like just
Fucking.
yeah, basically.
Threx posted a link in the chat for the forest just north of Mount Fuji where people were to kill themselves.
Mm.
So it says here on Wikipedia, 2003, 105 bodies were found in the forest, exceeding the previous record of 78 in 2002. In 2010, the police recorded more than 200 people having attempted suicide in the forest, of whom 54 completed the act. So there you go. Must be totally wonderful to be Japanese.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, because it was actually a British comedian that went over to Japan and he did a series when he went to various, Justin Lee Collins he was called, and he went to various places in Japan, but he tended to stay away from the more touristy places or whatever and like go to like real Japan kind of thing. And he actually went to one of these classes where they were teaching like young teenagers and young adults like how to talk to each other and stuff like that. Like basically how to date and flirt kind of thing and whatnot. And he went along to one of these and they were like trying to get him to show them the ways and stuff because they obviously think that like British guys must know how to talk to girls and things. So and that's when he was talking to this guy about it. And then he went to this park and spoke to one of the people that does the suicide patrol, and it's a very bad epidemic. And like when I hear on streams, I've heard a lot lately, like people saying that millennials are having less sex and stuff like that because they're scared. Guys are scared to talk to girls in case they get accused of something, and then girls think that all guys are sex fiends. So it's breaking down between young people in the Western culture as well. And you just look and you think, if it keeps on the trend kind of thing, you can see it go in some countries going the same way as Japan. It's unlikely to happen in America because it's so large, but in a smaller country where this is prevalent, the same thing could happen.
Yeah, if it's an ethno state, but America has fucking immigrants of all types, so they're gonna be fucking anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico.
But like for Japan, where they don't really do immigration and stuff like that, it's quite
you can't be
quite bad for them.
Right?
What was it? I saw a statistic recently. Was it 5 refugees have taken in Japan last year?
Refugees or immigrants?
Refugees, I think. I can't really remember, but the number was laughably low, at least.
Yeah.
Refugees, it must be. Of course, they take in regular immigrants. But,
sounds so weird. 5 refugees.
Yeah.
There are quite a lot of
I could be
countries that are
wrong,
still
but
quite insular, to be fair.
Just on a completely different subject, the Batman is still whinging about not being given a link.
Yeah, well, you can whinge. You can whinge as much as you fucking want. I feel like just being an irritating twat tonight. So
What are you on the rag?
no, I get like this quite often. To be fair, it's part of my personality. Just being irritating
Laura, you
twat.
like that all the time. All
Yep.
the time.
I like being an irritating twat. It amuses me.
What's the word for cunt? Is it fanny? Is that your
Yeah.
word? Cunt?
That's
Yeah.
that's a word, yeah. Fanny.
Yeah, that is a word for. Yeah.
We use it in Australia as well.
So I should have
That's-
used that.
Speaking of Australia, hello Lotus. You may hate me, but I love you.
Who?
Why does Lotus hate you?
Lotus
What have
Wolf.
you done?
No,
What
I'm
have you done to
Australian.
Lotus?
She hates Australians, even though she is one herself. So
Oh.
Oh, she hates herself. Wait,
Basically.
Australian trader?
Oh, hey, God bother. There's another Australian. Oh, filling up with Australians now. Coming out the woodwork.
Oh, yeah, is Godbother Australia? Oh, yes, he is. Huh? He is. Godbothers, that's what we call the people from Queensland, as far as I can recall.
Taylor, he's still there.
Aye.
He's just sat there, just saying nothing.
He's getting tired. Poor old geriatric fool.
Yeah. Bless him.
What's it we know?
Both of you.
He went and took himself up in bed with a cup of cocoa. With his little blankie and that.
Don't like cocoa.
How if you can't taste anything, how can you not like things? This is the bit I don't understand.
Hey.
Like, if you
I
can't
never said I
taste
can't
coffee,
taste anything.
How can
No.
you not taste
No. You've projected this onto me. I can taste certain things.
Right.
Right? Is that not that I can't taste anything?
Okay.
Well, what can't you taste?
Well, what I can taste is probably a shorter list.
Gotcha.
So is it just things that maybe have a particularly aromatic taste or something? Like if you ate curry,
think
would you
so.
taste that?
Yeah, I can taste curry.
Right.
Curry's quite nice.
Whatever.
Some curry. Unfortunately, I can taste sweet things quite well.
Unfortunately.
Why
Like,
is that unfortunate?
Well, yeah, because it means that I'm more inclined to eat them.
So you're a fat bastard.
I have fruit. Does
Actually,
fruit
no,
not
I'm
work?
not.
See, I always think
I'm
fruit would work
fucking
quite well.
skinny.
It's like
skinny fucker.
nice and refreshing as
Skinny
well.
fucker.
All right, fair enough then. I'll let you off.
I don't know why that was so amusing, but okay, yeah, skinny fucker.
Skinny fucker.
You haven't seen the video then, Tal?
Clearly not.
No,
Is there a video of a skinny fucker?
the fat fucker thing. It's on my channel.
All right.
The Bearing remix.
All right,
that's
yeah, no, I
annoying.
think I did. I just didn't get the reference instantaneously.
Fat fucker? Yeah, no. Okay.
I'd spite you so hard your nipples will squirt milk.
What?
That's what it says there in the chat.
Where does it say something about squirting? What?
In the
Godmother
chat.
says to Lotus, I'd spike you so hard your nipples will squirt milk.
Ew.
Did you? I think it came up in my stream earlier. That somebody put something about guys breastfeeding or guys giving milk or something. And I was saying I'd seen that post on Twitter of that lass who put on about guys were just being fucking lazy by not breastfeeding. They've got mammary glands that can be used. They're just being lazy by not breastfeeding. I was like, what? But you can induce lactation in females, regardless of whether they're pregnant or not,
Yeah.
supposedly.
There's a bit of a
Induce
market for that,
lactation.
though.
So I'm wondering if maybe the same can be done for guys, but I doubt it. But
There's a bit of a market for that
apparently,
on
I haven't read the articles, but there's supposed to be articles.
Laura. I was saying there's a bit of a market for that on Pornhub.
No.
women who take hormones to increase
Babies.
milk production, and
Yeah. It's supposed to be able to do it through like psychological manipulation and that as well, and just basically trick the body and mind into thinking they're pregnant. It happens in dogs. My dog had a phantom pregnancy once where she behaved as if she was pregnant and like started producing milk and that and everything, even though she wasn't. Dogs do have
Okay.
phantom pregnancies, so I could imagine that it's probably possible the same in humans, I would guess.
okay,
Well,
good to know.
Aw.
because my friend that I'd moved in with, I had Pippin was my dog, and she just getting 2 kittens, and like my Pippin went through a phantom pregnancy when she just got the kittens, and we came home one day and the kittens were curled up like drinking the milk from her, and we were like, "Oh, that's so cute." And they're like, "But is this healthy?" So like we just rang the vet and explained the situation, and he was like, "It'll not do any harm to the kittens, but if you allow it to do that, like the dog will keep producing milk basically, and with only 2 kittens, they'll not be drinking enough milk, kind of thing. So like it'll cause the boobs to get like full and lock up and everything like that. It can cause a lot of problems. So I had to
Engorged.
keep them separate until she realised she actually wasn't pregnant. But it was weird, but it was still quite cute.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys seen any movies lately?
0.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of movies or TV.
Oh,
I mean, I watch it, but you know,
I watch a lot of TV
I
shows.
don't like passive entertainment. So I'd rather play video or something else more productive.
Watch porn.
That's active in a way. At least you're doing something while you're watching.
Fucking hell.
You can do that. Well, I suppose you can do other things whilst watching television as well. It doesn't have to be like unproductive. You can like, I don't know, do the ironing or something, like whilst watching the telly or something.
Oh no, you know guys can't multitask.
That's not true.
We can't what?
Multitask.
Yeah, apparently guys can't multitask.
No.
Then why are most drummers male?
Breaking bang hard. Oh, that's a whole joke.
Are you about 20 feet away from your microphone?
No.
That's better.
What, did I sound low?
Yeah, you
Sounded
sounded
distant.
miles away.
Oh.
I need to go get a drink.
Walk
please.
500
I've got a proper frog in my throat.
Walk 500 more. Sorry.
You will be.
What?
Sorry. Keep singing, you'll be sorry.
I frequently am. Apparently, males only have one thing on their mind.
Laura.
Basically.
So it would seem. I have no idea why.
And a big shout out to Magog.
Is he? Oh, so he is. Hello, my dog.
Nice content, bro.
Right, anyway, I'm going to get a drink. Back in a moment.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. So, Juanita. Remember the other stream? We were talking about writing a story with Roth of Controversy.
Yeah.
What was the story about again? Something about titanium rods inserted into various orifices, as far as I can recall.
Yeah. Him shoving a rod up a gorilla's ass.
Aha.
Yeah. So, like, imagine Harambe fan fiction.
Okay. We'll see what I can do. To be honest, I'm not really familiar with with Ross, so I can't really say too much
Yeah.
about him. But I can make a generic erotic fan fiction with Ross and Harambe.
Yeah.
What? We're doing Harambe fan fiction now.
Well,
I
it's
got a
girl.
request.
Yeah. I just call him Harambe for inspiration. So that's the only fucking girl I know.
Uh,
Oh,
what
so
was his
much.
name again?
What?
His name again, the gorilla dude?
Is it Mr. Schmeckel?
Oh, yeah, of course, him.
Leslie Jones.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
him. Have you seen her nudes?
Wasn't she on that show with Peter Dinklage and they were naked
We're
together?
still talking about a gorilla.
Yeah, Leslie Jones. Oops.
That's the only time I saw her naked.
What?
No, Leslie Jones, you know, the woman of color from Ghostbusters?
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
Okay.
Looks
Oh,
like
jeez. In any case, she apparently had her phone hacked and her nudes were released, or something like that. I can't remember.
nudes and porn.
Yeah, she. Yeah, it's not pleasant to watch. I can tell you.
No.
Yep. She's quite.
Why would you want to watch it though? That's the thing. Like,
Celebrity nudes. It's like a car accident. You can't not watch. You can't not.
I can so not watch. It's so easy.
Oh.
Like, it's so easy not to watch. People are like, have you seen this? I'm like, nope. Oh, terrible. You need to see it. Well, no, I don't know if it's terrible. Yeah, but no, I know. Just no.
No, well, if
It's
you don't know
easy.
beforehand, at least you can. That's the internet for you.
Then why do you watch my content then?
Because your content's good. Well, in my opinion, it is anyway.
You're wrong then.
Oh well, that's fine. You're allowed your opinion also. Besides, why does that just listen to the voice?
Bobby.
Rufus is coming, Magog. Rufus is coming.
I was trying to clear my glasses. I couldn't see the chat. There we go. You're so cute. Your Perry's boobs. So, okay, Perry might have nice boobs.
Quick question: are they real?
Who?
No
Katy
idea.
Perry.
I think they are. They're not like overly huge.
Okay. Well, I think they're nice size and shape, at least from what I've seen. Wow.
I mean, why are you looking that up?
Not at the moment, but thanks for the idea. Although, of course, I wouldn't need to if you'd send nudes. Wink, wink.
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
nobody ever sends nudes.
You have to do the first move. Men do everything the first time.
Yeah, like ejaculate. Okay, sorry, I've completely derailed the stream. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Carry on.
Rule number 4.
I am a cunt. I am indeed a cunt.
Basically, he always manages to drag the conversation down into the gutter.
Yes, I do.
Is it in England where it has something to do with porn? Like they're not allowed to. Was it fist?
Oh, hang on. I have the list here on my phone of the things that are being banned from English.
Available.
The things that you're not allowed to look up anymore.
Yeah. Get your mind up, Agora.
Apparently,
It's
Tiles are the
ridiculous.
best Scot on the block.
Well,
What?
I
You're the best Scot on the block.
Around.
Is that just by default though?
No,
right,
according
so
to
this
Lotus.
is the list of things apparently that are banned from UK porn now. Spanking, caning, aggressive whipping, penetration by any object associated with violence. What does that mean? Like, I saw a film where like Clive Owen killed a guy with a carrot. Like
Like a
but never
dildo?
mind. Fuck. Physical or verbal abuse, regardless of if consensual. Urolagina, also known as water sports. Role playing as non-adults. I can get that one.
Yeah.
Physical restraint, humiliation, female ejaculation. I was like, what the fuck? This is the most sexist list ever. Strangulation. Okay, to the point of death. I could get that one too. And face sitting.
I don't get face sitting.
Like, what? But it's penetration by any object associated with violence. Like, what does that even mean? So, like anything can be associated with violence, really.
Like a baseball bat?
Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah. But female ejaculation, why is that not allowed? I don't. What?
Is that like
shown?
Probably.
Oh, the UK has finally become a nanny state. But as I maybe the Australians in the chat can fill me in on this. It's been too long since I've been away, since I've been back. There's a lot of censorship of porn in Australia as well, isn't there? ISPs block porn sites, basically.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. But where there's a will, there's a way.
Wait, they block porn?
Yeah.
Where?
In Australia.
Like what is it, like certain types of sites?
Yeah, I think they've got a blacklist or something like that.
Oh, they're like those.
That's racist.
Yeah, okay. They've got a non-denominational list of colour. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with Australian news at least, but there was talks about it. I remember before I left, even. That was 11 years ago, so. Okay. God bother saying creation of porn.
Yeah,
So I don't know where I get my information from, but apparently it's wrong. But,
no, you can't. I know for Australia, you can't have anal till like 20?
I've never heard that.
Was it 18?
To be fair as well, I'm not entirely sure whether this list is still to be enacted, because I could still watch all of those things if I wanted to. Like, I wouldn't have to go through any kind of rigmarole either. It'd just be there on the internet. Or whether it means like in British made porn. I don't really know.
Oh, it's 18. 18 for anal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Lotus and Godbrother. I was under false impressions there.
Yeah.
Anal sex can't be advertised at brothels.
You have
There's some just really, really strange rules. Like, I read that there was a law still in England that it was never repealed simply because, like, well, nobody would probably do it anymore. But that if you needed to urinate and you were in a public place and there was no bathrooms available, you could ask a policeman to shield you with his cloak. Urinated somewhere. And I was like, could you just imagine if you did that these days? Aye, mate.
Well, you're not allowed to urinate in public, so I would say no.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, but if you needed to, it's going back to like obviously when policemen still wore cloaks. So like, you know, this law is like over 100 years old, but it was never repealed. It's just one of those old forgotten laws that's just fell out of use, but it's actually still like technically a law. That if you really did need to in a public space and that there was no facilities available, the policeman would shield you. Hence.
Is it like one of those laws that if you put a stamp with the Queen's head on it upside down, apparently that's high treason and you can be executed for it?
Oh, really?
Seriously?
I think that was a law, and it wasn't repealed until like the 80s or something.
Yeah. There's quite a few like little mad laws like that kicking about. Still.
What's a
So
bogan?
a bogan.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before, it's like the Australian version of a redneck. Not quite the same, but and apparently there's different kinds of bogans. But you could consider them uneducated, low-income, alcoholic, foul-mouthed degenerates. And of course, yeah, there's all kinds. My,
No, Batman. Batman's not allowed. Tailed.
Why?
Because I said so.
Yeah, why?
Because he's a bad boy?
What if I leave?
Doesn't matter. He's still not coming in. I just feel like being difficult. Get over it.
Oh, yeah. Lovers quarrel.
No, not at all.
Sleeping.
I'm just being awkward because I can. It amuses me. Ah, yes, God bother, you can have a hug. There you go. Pat, pat. That better?
Bogan.
and of course, when I describe bogans, I don't mean you, Lotus. So fuck off, please. Just kindly fuck off. Love you.
I've got a friend that we are fucked with, and one of the other lads is always taking the piss out of him, calling him a bogan and that. And he gets dead upset about it. Because he's so not, but that's what makes it even funnier. I'm like, the more you get annoyed, the more he's just going to do it. Batman shall be oppressed. He shall have all the oppression. Because I can. Oh, Logan, I need to see that film, actually. That's one film I do want to go see.
See what?
Logan.
Oh, the X-Men movie.
Yeah, I love Wolverine. He's awesome. One of my favourites. Wolverine and Iron Man. They're like my favourites.
You just want to go along and see Hugh Jackoff.
Yeah. You have a thing for like 40-year-old actor guys. Buff. Yeah.
Well, to be honest,
Not really, it's just the
I'd throw one
character.
into it.
Like, I like Riddick, but I don't necessarily like everything that Vin Diesel's in. If you know what I mean? Like, I like the character Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he's doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
That bit in the X-Men where they come to ask him to join and he's just like, go fuck yourself. I'm like, yep.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna head off.
Okie dokies.
Oh.
All right, see ya.
I'm
Yeah,
tired.
Yeah. Have a
And
good
he was
one, mate.
expecting
Cheerio,
games and he didn't have games.
yeah, I'm pissed off. Fuck you.
It's not my fault.
They
Blame
could have done
Snugs
some
and
more
Baz.
Fuck
You
you, Baz
story.
and Snugs.
Yeah,
Fucking
I
Bez.
think you should tell them that on Twitter.
Yeah, I think I will
Tell
just
them
now.
themselves on Twitter. Yeah.
Sleep tight.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Nighty night.
Baz will probably be too drunk to read it. Because he's not a big drinker, apparently, is he?
No, what was he said? He can't handle so very much.
Yeah. But then he did go on about drinking loads of shots at the same time, so I'm like, well, it must be. It can't be that bad at drinking if you can manage shots.
He's probably better than I am. I can't handle anything.
Oh yeah. Chris, have you ever had a kangaroo?
Like eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Is it good? What does it taste like?
Has a very rich flavor. Like venison, I guess. Gamey. It's also
Alright.
very low in fats, high in protein.
Oh,
Um,
lean.
so the
There's
best
a
way to
shop
cook it
I
is
made that does kangaroo steak.
yeah. I mean, since it has quite a, since it doesn't have quite, oh, fuck off, mate. I keep trying to speak Norwegian. Sorry. Since it doesn't have a lot of fat, it doesn't really fry well, at least in my opinion. The best way is to cook it long and slow.
I like braise it. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's even in a stew or something, or a casserole.
Just leave it in for a couple of hours and should be good. But my favorite when I was growing up, I used to go out with me nana, and we'd shoot a couple of rows, and they'd slaughter them and everything. And they'd take the tail, and they'd make a fire, let it burn down a bit, rake out the ashes, and they'd make a hole in the ashes and put the whole tail in the ashes, cover it over, and let it sit for an hour or two. And when it's done, you just take it up, peel off the skin and the fur, or the fur's been burnt off, and eat. And that was my favorite growing up, kangaroo tail. Delicious.
I like pigtail.
Deep fried?
And now my uncle puts it in when he just kind of boils it. Obviously because it's quite salty. For boiling it, obviously gets a lot of the salt out in that. And then he puts it in rice. He just puts it on top of the rice when he cooks. And it's whoever gets in there first to get the pigtails.
All right.
There's not much meat on them, but it's just the taste's really nice.
Just in reply to Godmother, I met a Sheila, and so I moved up here to Norway to be with her.
Aw.
And yeah, we were together for
Bye,
a
my
while.
dog. Thanks for coming by.
Ta-ta, Magog. Have a good one.
Why?
Watch out for Rufus. Why, what?
What? Who went?
What?
What?
Lost my train of thought. No, what? No, okay. Sorry. In any case, I moved up to Norway to be with the Sheila, and we were together for 5 years, and then we broke up. And I basically just stayed here ever since. So, yeah. That's why. That's
It's hung around. I get bad smell.
that's why I came to an anti-gun European socialist white guilt slut that is Norway. So, yeah. Now you know.
You want to move back?
I guess I'm getting a bit homesick, really, but I guess I'll move back.
Do you miss the
eventually. That's
sunshine?
the plan. What? I
Do
miss
you
the
miss the
sunshine.
sunshine?
Yeah, I notice it. It's fucking weird up here. During the winter, there's like basically 40, 45 days of night. And of course, without sunlight, your body doesn't produce vitamin D, and side effects are depression and all that sort of good stuff, which is why Finland has such a high rate of suicide. They don't get enough sun.
It's not like that seasonal affective disorder, but like on a big scale.
Yeah, so it's weird when it's winter. You just go around all mopey and stuff all the time. And of course, the opposite is true in summer. It's daylight 24/7. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Feels good, man.
That's why so much death metal music comes out of that corner of the world.
Oh,
This as well. They even had one in the Eurovision, didn't they? Definitely. Was it Finland or Norway? I think it was Norway.
well, Finland won with Lordi, but they're not really death metal. They're more
Oh.
sort of closer to Kiss than death metal.
Was it rockiest the Eurovision's ever seen?
And apparently, I should move to America, where there's
Yeah.
freedom.
And big boobs.
Ooh. Well, it depends on
Freedom and
how
boobs.
big yours are, Juanita.
Like average.
Oh,
Average is fine.
Oh.
Big tits sag over time quicker.
well, I do.
Anyway, I bet your penis is just average as well, so stop complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Perhaps slightly smaller. I don't know.
Oh,
But, it's nothing to be proud of, at least. I mean, I could lie and say that it's the biggest dick the world has ever seen, but that would be a lie.
was
No,
that-
apparently that's tail according to Pogo.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to wonder if he's actually seen it.
I did make a song about that, though.
Did you?
Did you ever get to look at that Dropbox link I sent you, Laura? With my songs on?
No, I didn't. 'Cause I
Damn
had
you.
to go through all sorts of rigmarole to play it, and I was like, I can't be bothered.
Oh, fucking hell. You should be able to access without having an account.
Not that one. When you sent us the individual song, I could, but when you sent us the actual like whole thing, it wouldn't let us.
Okay. All right. Well, apparently, I am socialist gun hating Muslim lover. Yes, this is true. And dick balls, you know who I am. Stop calling me Chris Griffin.
Stop using Chris Griffin as an avatar.
Oh, yeah, I need to fix that.
With lipstick and a butt for a chin. There it is, it's a butt.
It's a butt chin.
It's got a butt chin. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. Butt chin.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I would never date someone with a butt chin. So.
Celestial Parsnip Lotus. That is who I am. Look, I'll even type it out in the chat, just so you know.
Celestial Parsnip, Celestial Parsnip. So good, you named it twice.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, bye.
Oh, fucking Batman.
I'm Batman.
All the cool cunts are leaving.
I'm a cool cunt.
Irate Bears just started streaming as well.
Oh, fuck him.
Talking about stuff with some friends about things.
That's very vague.
Yeah, well, so is mine. Mine's just random stream with friends. I'm not very good with the thinking of the names. If it's a planned one, it's not so bad. But this was just totally took us by surprise, really, to be fair. So, with Tail complaining about not having any games to play. And then she realised that I couldn't play them anyway.
So you're a girl gamer?
Yeah, but we're just going to play Jackbox, really. But yeah, I do game as well.
Oh, I could play that.
Yeah. I need to download it on the Xbox and then figure out how to get the sound capture system to capture Hangouts at the same time to overlay the game stream. So I can have people in Hangout while I'm game streaming as well.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah. I don't have to do the Jackbox with people in the stream, but you can do. Or they could just join us on the normal stream.
I think it's
There's a
better
game like
to-
Diablo and stuff like that where you don't really have to concentrate per se on what you're doing too much. You can easily like have a conversation with somebody whilst playing that.
Oh, Drawful. I want to play that so bad.
Drawful's
That's awesome.
awesome. That's what we usually play.
I want to play it now.
That's what we were supposed to be playing tonight with Snugs and Baz, but they decided to go and get fucking drunk instead.
Well, we could play with the people in the chat. There's like 8 people watching plus us.
Yeah, but nobody's actually got it. Like, I need to download it for the Xbox, and I haven't got it on. I don't have like a Steam account because I never PC gamed, so that's what I'm saying. This was unplanned. It was supposed to be Snugs and Baz that were doing it, and we were all supposed to be playing along at home with them.
And having a good time.
And
instead
then
we
they
just end up talking
abandoned
shit.
us.
It's
Yeah.
fucking typical. Fucking typical.
And that's how we've just ended up doing this random stream, talking nonsense for the last few hours.
I'll tell you what though, Hack would be awesome on Drawful.
Oh, yeah,
She's good at drawing shit.
I could draw right now with like one hand. Here, let me get Photoshop open and I can screen share.
So what would you be using the other hand for? Just out of interest.
I don't know.
Can I give you some suggestions?
Sure.
Drink coffee. Do one-handed knitting. Play with a yo-yo.
What
That sounds great.
what are the suggestions? Why are we suggesting things?
Things she can do with a spare hand while she's drawing.
Why does she need something to do with her spare hand?
Oh, did you miss the sexual innuendo?
Obviously.
Yeah. There you go.
I was reading Lotus's things in the chat. Basically, I bought an Elgato capture card, and you just hook that up to your telly and your Xbox, and then plug it in your laptop, and download the software, the Elgato software, and basically it'll just stream the game through onto your laptop, and then it's built in game streaming from the app. So you just type in your YouTube profile and you can link it to your YouTube account, and then you just click like stream from the software when it's up and running. And it sounds complicated, but it's dead easy once you've done it. Literally just turn on the software, press stream, go share away, and it streams instantly to your YouTube account and start to stream up and everything for you. And you can link to the YouTube page from the software as well. So it's quite handy. So dead easy, Lotus. Basically.
Get sorted.
But apparently you can pull the sound from your PC somehow and hang out over the top of your game stream. But
Yeah, I assume I'm not familiar with your capture card, but you should be able to handle that.
oh yeah, it's got the sound capture. It's just figuring out the settings because I've never done it before. I tried to do it earlier, but it didn't look like it was picking up the microphone, so I just have to fiddle on. Like if you do it just PC game and you would just use XSplit, apparently, and then just it works that way for that. But I haven't done the PC gaming thing yet. That's another thing I need to learn.
We can't keep relying on Snugs and Baz to do anything because they're completely unreliable.
Yep, reliable and useless.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is taking.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I don't know why it's taking forever to open.
Photoshop.
It usually doesn't take me this long.
I had the same problem last time I streamed. For some reason, Photoshop took an incredibly long time to open, and then when I finally did get it open, I couldn't open any files or save any files or do fuck all with it. I'm not sure if there's some kind of thing going on there, but it was weird.
Let's see.
We got a thing going on.
This is why I prefer you to lube up a strap. on dildo. They fuck me in the asshole
What?
a bit. Because your asshole is pointed away from me.
What?
Sorry.
Where's that from? Oh, you're singing his.
I'm singing to chat. Because fuck it.
Yeah, it's talking a little bit crazy in the chat now.
It always does when Lotus is on, and God bother. It just degenerates into fart and booby talk, which is completely fine with me.
Yes, you do like that. Oh, he's got some new videos out, Mr. Cool. I'll have to watch them.
Hang on.
I put
what's
last thing that I put the link in the chat for.
link
The
to
journalist dude from Sweden. Well, he's not from
Oh.
Sweden, he's from America, but
Yeah.
I put his YouTube channel in the side chat.
Yes, you did, but now it's disappeared. Oh no, it disappeared when I disconnected earlier.
Oh, well, I'll put it in the I'll slide it in your DMs.
You can
Ooh.
slide it into me anytime.
It's working. What the fuck? Why is it so slow?
What am I trying to do?
Oh, nothing. Give me a sec.
She's gotten
Oh, we're not going to get like pornographic images of Steve Shives again, are we?
You can if you want.
No, that's fine.
Oh, please.
I can live without it.
I can ask the chat at least. Do any of you want to see Steve Shives being fucked in the ass by Riley Dennis?
That's not allowed on here.
Oh, who cares?
Wait, there's
it-
porn?
No, it's nothing graphic at least. I mean, you
I could.
can see
What?
it's two dudes getting it on, but
Wait, who was it? Riley Dennis and who?
Steve Shives. If you can draw that for us real quick, that would be awesome.
Okay, I'm just gonna go off of what I remember.
Godmother is an undercover fag, aren't we all? And Thrax has seen it, and he's scarred for life.
It's just something you can't unsee.
Well, you haven't seen the worst of it either. Laura's seen the worst that I can produce, but although
Yes,
she
it disgusted me. I
She
had
didn't want
to
to see any more of my photoshops.
vacate the chat and just stop looking. I was like, oh, nope. All kinds
What?
of nope.
What are you talking about?
No, a while ago I frequented 4chan. And so from that period I have a lot of photoshops lying around, and I started DMing them to Laura and Baz and Snugs, and they couldn't handle it.
Should show me it.
Yes, I should. I guess I'd better send them as DMs, since I don't really want Laura's streaming privileges taken from me.
No, I do not.
It's huge.
This looks nothing like Steve Shives.
I have this really huge black cock I am thinking about getting. It wiggles. It also wiggles. I think you would enjoy that.
Wiggles. I've seen that one that just looks like a giant tongue that just it just looks quite disturbing, really, to be fair.
Oh, and fuckwad, I'll include you on that list.
You said Justin Dennis?
Yeah, Riley, Justin, Dennis. It depends on how you define that person.
Because
If
they
you think
said
of if you think of him as a him, then it's Justin. If you think of him as a her, then it's Riley.
I feel like Steve Shives is probably like really skinny though, so maybe I should draw him really skinny.
I think he's got a bit of a gut, like a pot belly. Some mildly.
No, I feel like it'd make more sense to draw him like in
Yep.
really oversized clothes, because that's what he usually looks like.
Go for
And
it.
have like Riley be like the one who's
Real live art on stream here, folks.
Well, Hack usually
I was
does
appreciating it.
live streams where she draws shit. That's entertaining. Just pimping you up, Juanita.
I haven't known.
Go subscribe to Hackjob.
Yeah,
She's amazing.
well, not amazing. Like
Guess what?
I just don't give a shit anymore. Like, if I really wanted to be big, all I had to do was just like wear a fucking low cut top bra shirt thing and then talk about SJW shit, but I just shoot the shit.
Fair
So
enough. You can still do that wearing a low cut top. Just saying.
true. But what the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, my streams generally just degenerate, to be fair. The last few that I've done have been quite...
Well, that's usually
Actually,
because you've got me and Snugs and Baz on. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, I
It's
know what to do. I know what to do, Justin.
I need
I need to do
latest,
some serious ones, though, to be fair. I have a few lined up that I want to do.
yeah, just don't invite me then.
I
Or
know,
do
because you can have a sensible conversation. It's just,
I can if I
I
want
can't
to.
be bothered right now.
On that, the latest Chocolate Peace video, Saitan.
Oh,
The-
so fun.
the Adam's apple. Oh, that killed me. That killed me.
Yeah.
I love that dude. He's like, I'm so gay for him.
I should probably put this on a different layer. God damn it. I'm so lazy. Hold on. Where are my manners?
Better than me, at least. When I photoshopping, I had like 20, 30 different layers, and I don't know what the hell's on them.
It's fucking... What?
Wait, what? Bitballs?
Huh?
Which drawings?
There we go. That's better. I don't see all the see the drawing all the time.
What? Oh. I get why it's
Oh. Yeah, sorry, I didn't refresh the YouTube. And by the way, Dick Balls, that's not me drawing. That's Hackjob. So fuck you. She's awesome.
Oh, why does it say you suck?
It's Dick Balls, so you can ignore him.
Big boss.
Dick Balls in the chat.
We're gonna have Steve in his chair. I don't know how to draw chairs. Well, I do, but I just don't care right now. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a couch sofa thing.
Go ahead.
You guys can talk while I'm drawing, you know.
It's just good.
No, we're not allowed to.
I'm just getting sucked into watching the drawing. That's my problem. I stop talking when I'm like looking at stuff.
What should I... Hold on. Let me make this smaller. Oh,
Just as on a side note, I actually don't mind it when women fart. When dudes do it, it's kind of disgusting. But when chicks let out a ripper, it's okay by me.
because chicks tend to have a better diet, so it doesn't smell as bad.
Not really, no. I tell you what, I used to have farting contests with my ex. True story. Yeah, after a hearty meal, beans, and
Ugh.
just be lazing around, watching TV, whatever. And of course, she'd be like, dropping a stink bomb.
No.
Like, I'd have to do one better. And of course, things escalated from there.
What, you shat your pants?
Shouted? No. Never been that bad.
There was a
Pissed my
thing on
pants.
Twitter as well, wasn't there? I'm sure I've seen this about this woman who was saying that there was an article and she just farts on.
What?
She just farts on everything, and people like she farts if the guy like is manspreading next to her on the bus, or if like a guy gets too close to her in the queue in the supermarket or something like that. She just uses it as a defense now against like misogyny. Every time a man does something that she thinks is like wrong, she just farts and the fuck off.
This is in the news?
No, it was like
BuzzFeed?
somebody had just written this blog thing or whatever.
Oh,
Someone
like a joke?
kind of explains or something like that. No, I was for real, but
Oh, man. Because that sounds like the Onion. Like, it sounds like a fake thing.
no, it was one of them feminist blog posting thingies.
She's probably like 800 pounds, too.
Oh, dying.
You can't imagine like a dainty chick just farting everywhere.
Yeah, I suppose if it works, why not?
Yeah.
What's going on here? They're just like sitting watching the telly or something.
Welcome
hey,
to
Marty.
You great big puffer.
Cool.
And Godmother, I don't get aroused by ghost poo. I just don't mind it. Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
What?
Ghost poo, farts.
Oh. Yeah. I said ghost farts.
I thought you said ghost farts as well.
And of course, Marty wants to join. Don't send him the link.
I know.
Motherfucker.
Is
Sure.
Marty,
Marty's cool.
is
Sort
Marty Batman?
No, Marty's
No.
Phileas. Surely you've come across Marty. He's everywhere. He's in all the streams.
Justin Dennis has big eyes, doesn't he?
Yeah, and a long horse face, and
What is it that
Oh,
Batman
yeah.
calls him?
that Adam's apple.
Justin Horsey banging Bobby Horseface or something like that. Banging Bobby Horseface.
And yes, Dick Balls, it's supposed to look like an ape because it's Riley Dennis. And you're not paying attention.
Oh god, it's so
Dude.
creepy.
I've dropped you
Need
the
the
link.
bigger package as
Marty.
well.
Mm.
You need to make the Adam's apple bigger.
Wait, I know what I can do. Well, I might get. I don't know. Hold on.
Is that a monocle? What? I was thinking.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
No one noticed.
So you're gonna invite the Roman in, or what?
I did.
You did? Okay.
Oh my god.
Is that like
Uh-oh.
hairy balls?
Here he is.
What is up, guys? I'm not
Hello.
roboting or anything, am I?
No, it's fine.
No, we're just,
Alright, cool.
just talking
Oh,
shit.
hey, Marty.
Hey, what is up?
You like
So Irate Bear is streaming right now, and the bastard won't notice the chat. So fuck that guy. I'm gonna go start my own stream with blackjack and hookers. But then I realized you were streaming, so
Oh.
Oh, technically we're blackjack and hookers.
Yeah.
I'm the blackjack.
At the minute, we've just got
I'm not a
pictures drawn. There are
So
no
I
hookers
finally
here.
get- so I finally get to chat with the infamous celestial parsnip.
Yes, you do. It's an honor and a privilege for you.
Oh, the honor is all mine. Oh yes, you did add that on the end. My mistake.
Yes, I did. Just to be a cunt.
Yeah, it's quite
No,
effective.
Oh, okay. Is this not the
It's finally
second
I
time
talked to-
night Irate's streamed?
He streams constantly.
Yeah, he does.
Well-
I mean, I love to do, but sometimes his streams can get a little.
Well, the thing is, if I were to critique Bear's streams, and I would consider myself an expert on streams, I've been in freaking hundreds of them.
Hmm.
He gets off on tangents, which isn't bad. However, when you have three people on three separate tangents, two of which are drunk,
Yeah.
it becomes too chaotic.
Oh, that's nothing compared to like 8 or 10 people.
Yeah,
Well, even that many people is not too bad if like they're not all drunk. But
Yeah, well, there's a reason why I have a very, very hard rule about my streams. I don't like more than 5 people. I'll take more than 5, and I don't like to go for more than an hour and a half, because those are the two things that really get on my nerves about streams, is when there's too many people and when they just go on and on and on.
yeah.
this one's been going 2 hours already, but we're just being entertaining the people in the chat, to be fair.
No, it's not a serious stream.
No.
We were supposed to be doing other things tonight, but we
Yeah.
got bailed on by a couple of dickheads, and so we ended up just streaming.
Oh, I know what to do.
Oh, okay, now
Oh
we're
yes,
getting somewhere.
yes. This is how.
Oh, you took his nipples with him? Yeah.
Incredible floating nipples.
So did you
Yeah.
survive your tornado okay then, Marty? I take it.
Yes, that tornado was like a week and a half ago, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Iowa.
I forgot about it. Oh,
No,
that's
it's,
awesome.
It's Illinois.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We talked about that in one stream before.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal, and it was during my like 250 or my 100 sub spectacular.
Yeah, you're just like, shit, I need to go to the basement.
Well, no, actually, I was prepared to face the tornado while streaming. I'm like, no tornado is going to stop my milestone stream, and then all of my internet and my mobile cut off, and I'm all like, well, I guess it will stop my stream then.
Oh.
I had
Is that
Tyler
a bunch of
Preston on, too.
bananas?
No, it's a
It's a whip, a cat of nine tails.
yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
I forget it's on the other layer. It keeps on going back.
Yeah, and
Eating
I have
Steve
to say,
Schneider and a bunch of bananas there.
Hold
Oh,
on.
good for you.
I know where we're taking this now. Okay, that's
he's got an idea.
I don't even want to know where this is going anymore.
I'd just like to extend an apology to Marty for not actually attending his, or at least being in the chat for his 100th stream.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. It got cut off, and by the time I was able to rustle up some guests for another one, I was already at 250. So
No, I can't remember exactly what I was doing.
Lord doesn't even look
otherwise,
like him anymore.
yeah, now he looks like Al Jolson, circa 1920.
Ah, it's supposed to be like a ball gag and shit.
It's fail.
It looks like one of those it's like Adam Salah, like those dude bro Muslim people. Like,
He
you know
does
how
kind of look like
let's go back.
If you just
It must have
excuse me for a
disappeared.
second, I've got to go soften the Python.
No problem.
So,
Make sure you
Can we
mute your
take-
microphone.
I will mute myself. Don't worry about that.
I think I was in a stream once and somebody disappeared after going to the loo. And I don't think we heard the pissing, but we definitely heard the toilet flushing. And he come back and he's like, "Oh shit, you heard my toilet flush, didn't you?" We were like, "Yes, we did."
Hey Laura, are you featured on my channel? I'm trying to feature as many people smaller than myself as I can.
I have no idea. I don't really produce much content apart from game streams, really, to be fair, these days.
Yeah, because I got Lotus featured. I got my mate Henry featured. I have my friend Liz and my friend Tim.
Oh, Tim is so amazing.
Yeah, I love Tim.
He's the one who deserves a big channel.
He does, which is why he's at the top of my featured.
I need to watch some more of his history stuff.
Yeah, like they're so interesting.
That's why I was gutted when the Squat Erudite got taken down as well, because he was about to start like his series of like things on physics, like because that's what he does.
Tim does physics.
No, the Squatting Erudite.
Oh,
He was
dude, I
gonna
would love to
do
work with that
physics
guy.
on his channel, and then the channel got taken down, and I was like, bastard. I was actually quite looking forward to that series of videos, but he's back up again now, so.
Yeah, I did a couple of physics-related things on my channel.
Yeah, I saw the moon one.
Oh yeah, the Brianna Wu thing, that was interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I also did on my Brianna Wu video, which is at 1,007 views right now. I'm so proud.
Nice.
Yeah, and but on my Brianna Wu video, I got a request to talk about the rods from God I mentioned, the telephone pole sized pieces of tungsten. So I spent
I still need to watch that video.
Yeah, I spent a solid 2.5 hours doing calculations to come up with a 7.5-minute video about the kind of damage that tungsten drop from orbit will cause.
Mm.
No video has really blown up like my Brianna Wu video, but my live streams seem to be quite popular. When everybody was on the Marty Gets a Gangbang one.
That was a good stream there.
Yeah, it's got 250. Holy shit! The Marty Gets a Gangbang one has more views than the one that had Bearing and Undoomed.
That's because you had all the ladies.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've become obsessed with watching the analytics of my channel.
I don't even think I'll bother really. I just do it for fun now. It's like generally when I do streams, it's the same people in the chat every time. To be fair, so they kind of become a little personalized, really. To be fair.
A little community here.
Uh-oh. Well, watch how you drop that word. Jeff Holiday is going to show up and beat your ass.
Anytime.
What'd you say, community?
I think it's because people just assume that just because you say it's a community, that must then mean that they all have hive mind. And it's like, well, no.
No.
Not what it means.
Have you ever lived in a community before?
Like, everybody in my neighborhood doesn't think the same. Like, my street's probably a little community because we all do talk to each other and, like, whatnot. But I guarantee you we don't all think the same. You can be a community without being a hive mind. Like,
just on
or even agreeing.
Laura.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was who was it? Batman when he was talking the other day about community and such. We should probably do a live stream about that. Remember what we were talking about in that hangout before? about community and caring for others and all that sort of stuff.
Ah, right, yeah.
That would be an interesting topic to touch on.
Yeah, we'll get that set up. Well, I'm back to work on Monday, so I'll only be able to do evening streams really in weekends again from now on. But yeah, because I've got a one planned, hopefully with Skeptic Llama on communism and socialism.
Ooh.
That just keeps getting put off.
Just remember
Gosh.
to call him a Haskuk.
Huh?
Okay. Just kill the stream.
Yeah, she killed a picture as well. What happened?
Wait,
I
who killed the
don't know.
stream? Somebody killed the stream.
No, what happened to the picture? Are you starting again or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Something else.
Try something else. Well, we're still on the Steve Shives and Justin Brenner's Dynasty Friday, whatever the fuck her name is.
I just call him him.
Ah,
Yeah, the only one of those transgenders the only one of those transgenders that I refer to by their preferred pronoun is Milo Stewart, solely because
see, I still don't know what that is.
it is a human being born a female that believes that they are a male. The thing
Right.
about Milo Stewart is that's just a young kid. That's an 18-year-old with, completely and totally unsure of themselves. So I feel a fair amount of sadness and empathy towards him.
But I'm not entirely sure. Like, I wasn't sure what he was wanting to be. Like, whether he was a girl wanting to be a boy or a boy wanting to be a girl. So it's not that he comes across in any way I think as being particularly boyish. So this is the problem I have with these transgenders sometimes. The first question I want to know is, so, okay, you say they don't feel like a woman. Like, what are you basing that on? Like, what is it about being a woman that it is that you're not agreeing with? Like, what? The
Yeah.
social constructs that you say don't exist and shouldn't exist. So you're basing it on something that you don't believe in anyway.
Yeah.
Just stupid. And then but then you don't behave as particularly masculine either to say that I want to be masculine. So what exactly are your ideas of male and female that you don't think that you're one or the other? Or why don't you just I have a penis, I'm a bloke, and then behave however the fuck you want after that? It's like
That's the idea, but the thing is all right. So this is a theory I came up with months ago. I think I was streaming with Naked Ape. No. This was just after the Ape stream, but I was streaming on a buddy of mine, Tom Sequitur's channel, and I developed a theory that since straight white people don't get any of the oppression points in this identity politics hierarchy, that the idea of being trans immediately puts you up like second or third from the top. So they adopt these things of, oh, my gender is fluid. Oh, I appear to be a man. I act as a man, but I'm a woman. I think they do this just solely so they don't feel like they are the bottom of the pecking order.
yeah, that's a good point.
That's an idea.
Like the ones that are androgynous, that like don't feel either way as well are a bit. I think I can understand those more than those that like say a girl, but then think, well, actually, I think I'm a boy, but then in no way display any kind of masculine or what I would term to be masculine characteristics. So I'm just like, what are you basing your idea of male and female on in the first place? That you think that you're behaving in a masculine fashion now.
Well, the only thing
Yeah, how
about Marlowe
strange.
that's masculine is sometimes the clothes he wears. Just saying.
Mm.
But,
That's just, I don't know. How is that a fucking gender? Like, I mean, like, all of us can say that we are the age where tomboys are a thing, or were a thing, you know? Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're dressed like a girl. You like to do sports? Okay. So then you tend to, like, dress like a tomboy, and, you know, you would either you would become like a lesbian, or you grow up to be a lesbian, or you're just a chick, you know, whatever.
Yeah, just one of the guys.
Yeah, it's just as simple as that. But it's like, oh no, like, sometimes I don't want to dress up, so that means that I'm non-binary. It's like, no.
Yeah,
Like-
why don't you just make the thing in your head that just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I have to do this, instead of it
Yeah,
must mean I'm something else. Well, no, just destroy the ideas of, like, there are some things that are gendered that, like, don't need to be, kind of thing, like video games and sports, and you know, those things don't necessarily need to be a man thing or a girl thing or whatever. And why don't you just work on, like, breaking that down a little bit, instead of now creating a whole host of new ones that people have to remember?
how about fucking get a
Create even
personality?
more social constructs than they had before, and in 20 years' time, you're just going to be pissed off with the social constructs you built for yourself now, and probably make some more. And then 20 years down the line, be pissed off at the fact that the social constructs still, like, we'll just keep making more because we hate them and we don't like them and we want to get rid of them. So the best way to do that is just make more. 'Cause that makes loads of sense.
That sounds about right.
Like, the mental, and they don't realize the mental. I know insane people don't know they're insane, but
Well,
this is genuinely
you-
the case.
you see, I'm insane, and I know I'm insane. So what does that make me?
I think at least in Marlowe's case, she has grown up in the spotlight, right? She started doing YouTube videos when she was like 13 or 14, and was heavily into the Tumblr community.
Mm.
So those are those formative years when you're a teenager and you're finding yourself and figuring out yourself and what you want to be and who you are and all that. And since Marlowe has lived in the spotlight, especially in that milieu, that environment, I can't help but think that it's going to cause real issues for her or him.
It's already causing real issues for her.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
bathroom.
sure. I mean,
You can already see the effects too. Like, her face used to be more round, and now it's like getting like chiseled. Or maybe she's losing a lot of weight from the testosterone, but it's like fucked up. Like, her voice is getting a little bit lower too. She's like, I've been on testosterone for like 2 months.
oh, is she? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
I hear. I haven't heard that, but
What did he change his name to?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, there was.
I think Milo is androgynous, or yeah. So I don't think they're changing their name.
No, I thought it changed it to.
Changed the name to Quimby.
That's it, Quimby.
Quimby Stewart.
What?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the dumbest name ever.
It's like a black. I mean, I'm not being. Oh, whatever. It sounds like a African American name.
It's a name of color.
How do you spell that?
Quimby. So like Mayor Quimby from The Simpsons, but with an M.
Ugh.
So if you go to his channel, it's right up there at the top. Quimby Stewart.
That sounds like God. That sounds like a Tumblr name. Like a Mary Sue name. Like, oh, this is my first like Harry Potter fan fiction. Like, my name is Quimby Stewart. I'm an American who's going to Hogwarts somehow.
Interestingly enough,
Are you saying Americans can't go to Hogwarts?
I don't. Were there Americans at Hogwarts?
I don't think so, but there was.
There's one, and he was black.
No,
I
no,
remember.
I actually think the one you're referring to is was from the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
interestingly
I don't know.
enough,
It's official. Only English people are allowed to talk about.
that's racist.
English is the
race.
Interestingly enough, Quimby has now gone and changed all of his videos, or the titles, to Quimby Stewart. So every single one of the videos from years and years to back, from years and years back,
Backdated his name change.
changed the name to Quimby Stewart and put that name after the title. So that's dedication. There's quite a few videos here, so must have taken a while.
That sounds like so much work.
Yeah.
You can tell they don't have a fucking job. Like, I'm gonna go and fucking edit every single goddamn video I've ever done. And, well, actually, no, you can do it through YouTube, but still, that's really fucking annoying. Oh.
I think
Except
that
there's-
maybe it's like we would leave it there as like a, I don't know, just to catalog his change or whatever kind of thing. Like he's
Why am I even trying?
going back and eradicating himself.
I'm gonna make this ugly. Let's go back to like the bad drawings because
So I'm still waiting for
Your drawing isn't that bad. It actually inspired me to do some work in my program.
I only do good when I'm off stream, so I'm just gonna go back to shit posting.
Hogwarts
can't go wrong with
contained
shit
Irish,
posting.
Scottish, Indian, and British wizards. So there.
Oh, I should draw an American Hogwarts person. Let's see.
This is beginning to look
So-
like almost like a zombie. Like Justin's face was a little off the cuff there.
Yeah.
just like to say good night to Fuckwad. Have a good one, mate.
Night, fuckwad.
Dude, good night, Russell.
Fuck
Russell
what?
is awesome. I love Russell.
He is.
He is my main man.
Your main squeeze.
Well, not really. Snugs is still my main squeeze, with Marty a close second.
Ooh.
I've never met Snug.
Sorry?
What about Snugs? I mean Baz. We're gonna
Oh,
check and cry.
Both Snugs and Baz are my main squeeze.
I've never met them. Well, I mean, I have. I mean, we Twittered, and he made my new avatar, but I haven't streamed with him yet.
You need to do that. They're funny cunts, even though they're completely unreliable. And good night, Lotus.
Night, Lotus.
Good night, Lotus.
No,
Melotus is leaving me.
Mhm. Well, it's like, well, I say night, but what, we should be 9 hours. It's
yeah,
11 o'clock in the
it's only-
morning.
yeah. Probably got shit to do. Unlike us.
Yeah,
3 o'clock in the
Lazy
morning and
bum.
still streaming.
I need to get my
shit.
sleep pattern back together, really.
Yeah. I feel
got the
fortunate.
blue for my pre-op exam, like
I
the
feel
4th of March.
I do feel quite fortunate that YouTube revolves around American time.
Yeah.
I do really feel fortunate because of that. Like, because no matter who it is, Bering, Sargon, Bear, freaking anybody. They're all like, no matter where they are, they're all streaming according to American time.
That's their
I like
fan.
the fact there is a group of YouTube like that do stick, because like Skeptic Llama and White Cis Male and them, they're from like Europe. So they'll often stream like during the days and that, like on a weekend, which is nice.
Well, Scythie's
Okay.
from Sweden,
Yeah, and Skeptic's from Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to get we need to get Tim, Llama, and Sith all on a stream and
Watch the blood.
and have them, yeah, and have them fight about who made the better Vikings.
Oh god, that'll degenerate.
I don't mind
into-
getting Sith on a stream actually to talk about the Tim Pool videos, just to see what his take on them. Even if he hasn't watched them, I can at least explain my take from them and see if he agrees.
Well, isn't he from northern Sweden though? There aren't too many immigrants up in the north, so he might not have such a great.
No, but just like his take on the media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, he might like obviously still read the newspapers or the news or whatever. And
No,
yeah,
follow along
picture of
a
what
little
made.
to Swedish news, and it's interesting to see what they don't put in.
Yeah.
Some of the right wing, well, I say right wing, but yeah, you know, the right wing side, they'll publish the stories, but the mainstream media, not so much. So,
Yeah, they like to try and keep it neutral.
mm.
Ranting Monkeys just started streaming as well. I like watching his streams.
Yeah,
I might have to nip off out of my own stream to go watch somebody else's.
Well, so cut this one off and go watch Monkey.
No, we could do a streamception.
Oh no!
What is this?
no.
Oh, I forgot Hogwarts on the go here.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Can you guys see what
I'll
I'm
be
doing?
disappointed.
I
Yeah,
can
well,
see
hang on
your
now,
cork
because I've
sword.
got that
That's really
new to the
nice.
forefront.
Oh, let me see. Is it Blender?
Yeah.
Ah,
Is that cookies? What is that rendering?
It's done rendering. It is my own
so-
personal. Yeah, it's my own personal Gladius.
So is that over like just a photo?
No. Oh, the background. Actually, what the background is it's a special kind of photo called an HDR. It's a 360 photo. Yeah.
Neat.
I had to pay for that because you really can't see what a material is going to look like
Oh yeah.
with a generated background. You really need the light coming from all sides like it would in real life.
That's so smart.
Yeah. And
it's quite good, the detail on the blade as well.
oh yeah, it took quite a while. Especially here, I don't know if you can see it that well, but if you take a look at that handle, you'll see the color will change based on how you're looking at the handle.
Yeah.
Does the hilt have a
Mm.
material?
Yeah, it's I named it the pearl material.
Okay.
Here, it's essentially just here.
Diffuse and something.
Here, I'll show you the node setup. Yeah, there's one of those Andrew Price materials I was telling you about. Love that guy's materials. Oh my god, he helped me so much with materials. But it's essentially a color ramp with the camera data affecting which colors are seen prominently based on how you're looking, going through a dot product node into the color ramp to tell what the rainbow effect is supposed to look like, mixed in with a pure white shader.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Yeah. And, there's your basic wood, basic steel. Which the steel was actually really complicated because I had to. Let me see if I can find it.
My brain is
What's
already
it?
just fell out my ears just looking at this.
You know what? The very first time I picked up Blender, yeah, I had the exact same thought. Where is it?
Oh shit! I'm opening up Blender accidentally. Let's exit.
I'll see you later, Fact.
Let me see.
Let's exit out.
I can't find it, but somewhere in here. Well, here. Essentially, what I had to do. This is what goes on my avatar's chest,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and so what I had to do with this pattern on the Gladius was I had to build a whole separate image over here to overlay on the Gladius, which, if you can't tell, it's a really intricate image.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, did you is that 3D or did you do like a P? Well, I mean, you made it and then you used a PNG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you the. Oh, cool! I might be able to find it now that I know what it's called.
Do you do graphic design and stuff for fun, or do you do it?
Yes.
Oh, you don't do that as a job?
Nope, it's solely a hobby.
Are you kidding me, man? You could get some business as like an art director or whatever.
Maybe, but yeah, this is the pattern I had to make.
Let's look. Ooh, damn, it's nice.
Yeah, and from there, what I do is
UV map.
yeah, I do a UV map process, which means I take each one of these fuck my setter, each one of these little vertices right here, basically each one of those dots, and I lay it over the image to tell it what part of the image needs to be mapped to what part
Oh,
of the sword. And then from there, it's just really just, this is the blade. I shape the blade. This is the top of the handle. This is the actual handle. This is the pommel. This is the pin. And I just model from there.
Coolios.
I have to tell you, like, I'm starting to do like my first human model. People
It's
model.
going to take so long. Here, I'll show
People
you.
modeling is the hardest damn thing ever.
Yeah, human modeling is.
Oh,
It is not a joke. All of this,
how long did that take you?
80 hours.
Okay.
Have you animated it? Like, did you put like a bone thing in it?
Yeah, I did. But the thing about it is somehow over the past, because I haven't done a whole lot with this lately, but somehow the vertices got unparented, so there's that stretching motion.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I have to go back through and re-weight every single vertice, which is why I haven't touched it in about a month, because it is so hard. Because when you're weighting vertices, here, I'll show you what I'm getting at. There we go. You have to set a weight to each one of these bones and how it influences the rest of the body.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, it's a cascading effect. Whereas around the bone immediately, it's all red, meaning it's heavily influencing. But you have to slowly degrade out to a lesser degree so it'll look more natural. Because if you bend your arm, it's not just affecting your forearm, it's also affecting parts of your bicep, the lower part of your bicep. So you have to do that for every single one of these bones, even in the fingers and the wrist and the thumb, the head, the jaw, the neck, the upper torso, the lower torso, the leg.
Damn. See, I just
a bit
don't
of
have the
work.
patience for something like that, like at all.
Yeah. It is a
I
very,
just want
very
my Twitter. I want my Twitter avatar, cartoonified or turned into my Twitter photo turned into a picture.
but I mean, the thing is, though, is it is so rewarding.
It is.
I still have to give him his cape.
Like, you want to kill yourself, but like when you like reach a milestone, you're like, yes. Ugh.
Very impressive.
Yep.
Rather.
No. And I was just going to render out real quick.
Yeah. How many samples?
1,000.
Oh, you must have
Well-
a very good computer.
Yes, I do. It.
That would not work on my laptop.
To put it into perspective, it's the tower alone. This is not counting my mic, my keyboard, my mouse, or any of the peripherals or stuff like that. Just the tower itself cost me 2,400 American dollars. About 2,150 pounds.
Was it just for this? The reason why you wanted better rendering, or is it for
Yes.
like work? Really?
Yeah.
Dude, if you're spending that much money, you need. I would hope that you would do some commission work or something, because that's beyond a hobby
I
at
did.
this point.
I did. Have you seen White Sith Mail's Star Destroyer intro?
Yes.
That's awesome.
That was me.
Oh,
Very sexy.
did he commission you?
Yes. He actually bought my mouse and keyboard.
Okay, that's good.
I also did. Well, I all right. I don't want to take full credit for this because I didn't do the modeling. But do you know who Devil's Advocate is?
Yeah.
He has a new 3D avatar. I didn't do the modeling, but I did the texturing. I posed it for him. I did all that fun stuff.
So yeah, and I just no. I'm having enough trouble just trying to get me fucking graphics card to behave itself. I'm like finding out with all this malarkey.
Oh well, here I'm still a gamer. I mean, I'll always be a gamer. But the cool thing about my computer is, even though I built it to render, it runs every single video game at maximum settings with no freaking problem.
Oh yeah, 1,000 samples. I don't even know how long that would take my computer.
Rig, the one I learned how to use Blender on, 1,000 samples would take me 7 to 8 hours. Now I'm up to a full picture of 1,000 samples. This is full HD. This is 1920 by 1080, by the way. Going to take me about 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Hack wants a new PC.
Oh my god, I even think I could have a sugar daddy that rich. Yeah, something like that.
Well, I am Levy Sugar Daddy, so
And I'm flat broke, so you're flat out of luck.
What did you use for the human? Did you construct it all by yourself?
this is actually my face.
What?
Yeah.
Does a reference?
Sexy face.
Yeah, I took a picture of myself from the front and from the side and modeled the head around my own face. I shaped everything according to the contours of my own face.
Oh, cool.
Except the only difference is I don't have red eyes.
That's what I was thinking. The eyes look kind of strange.
Yeah. Well, the idea is I'm the god of war. I'm Mars, the god of war, and as I was modeling, I realized that nothing's really setting him apart as like a god or something that's supernatural. And I figured I could add that little bit of subtle otherworldliness with just giving him red eyes, and it worked.
Oh, without going too bonkers.
Yeah.
So it can be done from a picture. So like the little picture that I've got on Twitter could be like something like this I've done to it.
Yes. Well, I didn't. Well, keep in mind, I didn't like take a picture and say, "Blender, make this into a model." No, I had to. I had to trace. I'll give you a little.
But it could. But there's like easier ways to do it than.
There is software that can do it, but results may vary.
Yeah. Here. I'll just give you a little demo. Subdivide 10 cuts.
Wow.
1 second. One second. I just have to get a picture.
Yeah, because you pretty much take a picture and then you take a shape, like usually a plane or something, and then you freaking take the edges of it, and then you kind of trace it. And then you
Yeah.
have
Here.
Use the photo as a template.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Here. Yeah. Let me just. Just got to find it now. I have so many pictures on this thing.
That's your spank bank.
There we go. All right. So what I would do is I would take. Here, I'll scale this up. So what I'll do is I'll take this cube right here, and I'll line it up with Patrick right here, and then I'll just connected, and I'll just start moving these little dots around until it matches up.
All right.
And that's essentially what I did with the picture of my own face. But a real human face is so much more complicated than Patrick.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I even did it for my friend Liz.
Shy Guy.
Yeah.
Aw, cute. Yeah, those are so much easier.
Yes. This was ridiculously easy compared to my avatar, especially since I found a picture of. All right, so you see how this has like all these lines going through? This is what's known as a wireframe. I found a picture of a wireframe model of a Shy Guy, so it amped up, or I mean, it dropped the difficulty by at least a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's. I actually did a full scene for her because I adore Liz. I think Liz is just great. She always makes me laugh, and she's hilarious, and she's French. So I did this full scene right here.
Cool work, Shy Guy.
Yep. Hold on a second. Even though I have a super powerful processor, I'd still rather use my GPU to do this because it's so much quicker.
Yeah.
I built her this little scene right here.
Oh, is it supposed to be like him at like a... Was he in a dungeon?
Yep, that's the idea. The funny thing is while I was modeling this, the whole time in my head I was going dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun.
he's like running at you.
Well, before she changed her avatar, because she's now using sort of like outlined black and white picture of herself as her avatar, but the idea is it was going to run across the screen, jump up and grab onto that chain right there, pull
Oh,
it down, turn on the caloric Shy Guy light, and then wave at the camera as the lights fell down and crashed behind her. But then she changed, but then she changed her avatar, and I'm like, well, I guess I don't have anything else going on right now.
Do you have any like animated things?
Yeah, actually another fail.
It's a-
Well, my mm, my girlfriend wanted to do videos. Here, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. My girlfriend wanted to do videos, so I made her an avatar, and I tested it out. 1 second. I have to get back to the Hangout so I can screen share. Oh, great! It's not going to screen share that for some reason. But
Was that like the skull, the floating skull?
yeah, that floating skull.
Tribal lock things on it and that. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, since she's Mexican, well, I mean, her parents are Mexican. She's an American, but since she comes descended from Mexicans, the idea was she was going to have a what's known as a calavera, which are those fancy skulls that Mexicans use to celebrate the Day of the Dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I did the whole thing here. Actually, I can actually just show you the head.
Yeah.
Because I still have the file because I don't delete anything I've spent so many hours working on.
This is still a sore point, isn't it?
I am kind of salty about it. Yeah.
When you've been burned, you learn quickly.
Yeah. All right. So this is the skull avatar. Can you see it all right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I did to it. It can talk. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
I'm Levy. I'm here to tell you about fun stuff. But that wasn't enough for me. So I also gave it the ability to what? You said what? Huh? And that, I mean, its whole face is fully animated.
How do you set those?
What's up?
How do you set those? Like the shape?
I can even make it look sad. But all right. So what these are shape keys. And how they work. Here, I'll just build a shape key real quick. I have to reset everything to zero though.
Oh, it's like frame animation.
No, that's actually something completely different. This is a little simpler. All right. So all right. So we're gonna this is the basic head right here. We're gonna add a shape key and we'll call it the demo. And with this shape key selected, we're going to bring it all the way up to 1. And we're going to go into edit mode.
Oh, okay.
All right. So let's say we want her eyes to, I'm going to get out of camera view for this one. We want her eyes to bug out. So we're just going to do that. Select all the vertices we want to edit. And we are going to pull them out. That's good enough. And now we'll tab out of edit mode. And then we can just play with this slider right here to get that effect.
Oh, okay.
I'm not good at teaching stuff.
I think Hex learned a few things.
Yeah, you guys are just like, what? I understand the concepts of it. Well, who's the guy that we like? Did he do a video on that?
No, actually, Andrew Price almost exclusively does still scenes. Like he does architecture stuff, he does interior design stuff. It's almost exclusively stills. Where I learned my shape keys and animation stuff from was another YouTuber, a guy by the name of Darren Lyle. This guy could teach you how to perform open heart surgery in a day. I mean, this guy knows how to teach people. It was freaking so easy to learn from him, and from a YouTube video too.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look him up now.
Yep. Yep. The skull approves of Darren Lyle.
Why is there pepper spray?
What's up?
I just found a red pepper spray on my kitchen table.
Did somebody want to spice up their dinner or something?
I don't know who bought it. All right, I'm just gonna leave that there. No, that's cool. I like it.
Right, I think
This
now
is
I'm gonna, yeah, it's been going nearly 3 hours now.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna call this a day or night or morning. Yeah, morning.
Okay.
2:30 in the morning.
Afternoon.
Oh, here we go.
Laura's had enough.
There we go. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yep.
Very nice. Damn, that makes me want to start learning 3D again. And I started playing around with 3ds Max like years ago. But the learning curve is too high and I have a short attention span, so I lost interest.
Mm.
Yeah, that does happen. I almost gave up on my avatar a couple of times, but at the end of the day, I just couldn't, like, I'm obsessive. That's when I tell people I'm insane, the root of my insanity is my obsession. And fortunately for myself, I became obsessed with 3D. So no matter how frustrated I got, I just couldn't help but come back to it.
Yeah, and you know what? That's good because that shows you're a problem solver in a way, you know?
What's in the eyeball? Like the eye socket?
Oh, that's actually a reflection here.
Yeah. The material.
You know, yeah. There. If
It's
Oh, it
awesome.
just
look
looks
at
like a little person inside the eye socket.
I'll talk about my mom that
Yeah.
way.
no, it was just a reflection.
Is that now the background? Did you actually make that, or is that?
Nope, that's another HDR. This is how this was the first HDR I got.
Can you like?
Because
That's like a
Sorry?
panoramic shot, right? Is the HDR?
Kind of. It's really hard to explain. Essentially, what it is if you were to unwrap it and put it out on a two-dimensional flat surface. Excuse me. What it would look like would be like two halves of a picture with the edges stretched out side by side.
Okay.
But when you lay it over a three-dimensional sphere, it looks like an environment.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what we'd call a skybox in the gaming industry, I guess. I used to make like maps for games back in the day.
Ooh.
Mainly
Actually,
Unreal Tournament and stuff like that.
yeah, I actually
Yeah.
did make a great.
The chair. That's another
No,
seat.
no, I actually made a full bedroom for her.
Yeah. Yeah, you just how many years have you been doing Blender?
You're gonna hate me if I tell you.
One. A few months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah.
It'll be 1 year in probably about 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, honestly, if it depends how long you do it. Like if you do it like 10 hours a day, like you said, obsessively, always constantly doing it, and you're picking stuff up, like you can learn. It depends on how fast you learn. Some are
Yeah,
faster learners, some aren't.
She want when we were discussing how she was going to do these, um, we started building a set, and I said, "Well, what would you like?" And she was like, "I don't know." And then I drove my head through my desk, and then and then I said, "Okay, what do you like?" And she was like, "I like Pokemon." So, all right, cool, we got somewhere. So I built that little that
So-
framed Pokemon. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I have no idea what its name is. It's just that she told me that that was her favorite, so I made a picture of it.
Like, can you do everything, or is it not done rendering?
If I were to render this, it would take a little bit longer. Here, let me see if I can get a wide angle shot, and I'll see if I can
Yeah,
render it out with a. All right, let's see. Now, this will take a while since it's not rendering the HDR background; it's rendering the entire inside of the bedroom. But I asked her, "What would you like?" And she again said, "I didn't know," so I drove my head through another desk. And so finally, we figured out she likes Pokemon, she likes SpongeBob. So I gave her a magic conch shell. You'll see it on the bookshelf in this area. And we started talking about what kind of content she wanted to make. And she was like, "Well, I really like free speech, and I'd kind of like to talk about that." So on the other side of the chair, there's a copy of the Bill of Rights. I actually found a really high-res image of a scan of the original Bill of Rights. So I, of course, framed the actual Bill of Rights behind her. And she said, "I also like superheroes." And I'm like, "Which one?" She's like, "I don't know." And then I destroyed a third desk. But I actually made that call for her. I said, "You know what? You're getting a Captain America shield whether you like it or not."
Makes sense. 'Cause she likes. Oh wow, that looks so good. Did you make
This-
Pokemon, or did you just take a PNG?
A PNG.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bill of Rights and the Pokemon are both PNG, but all of the other stuff is all procedural.
Wow.
Which
Ah,
yeah,
neat.
yeah, and this was going to be her set. And then she told me she didn't want to make videos, and then I destroyed my lab.
Destroyed every desk on the planet.
Yeah.
I'll use it. I'll gladly use it.
You
Damn.
can make your own.
Not at the pace I'm at.
The only thing that pisses me off is when now the really funny thing is I made all this in my old computer, the one that would take 8 hours to render what now renders in 2 to 3 minutes. But when I transferred over all my files, somehow the book bindings I built were lost.
Pink.
And I had, let's see, I had 1984, I had The Art of War, I had God, what else did I have? I had a bunch of books, all very relevant.
So for like a video, you said you had different like the shape keys. Theoretically, would she have wanted like an animation like clip that she could use as a GIF or whatever for like a video, like her talking or whatever?
Well, all right. So what I was going to do, here, hold on one second. I can do this pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I just have to load up Audacity real quick. Hello, I'm talking into Audacity right now. All right, so I'm going to export that file. Test. All right, close that out. No, the hell are you doing? Go away. There we go. All right, so do that. Do that. What's in the head? All right, so we're going to ensure. All right, a keyframe has been inserted there. Well, actually, let me clear it up. Add another one just in case. There's a keyframe. All right, so now we're going to go to the graph editor, value jaw, key, big sound to F curves. I'm going to do that. And we're going to go back to the 3D view. And when I hit play, see how its mouth is moving? It's actually moving perfectly with me saying I'm talking into Audacity.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Draw, headboard. And so you, oh wow. There's so much you can do with this.
Yeah. I mean, I had quite a bit of... it was a labor of love because sometimes I wanted to destroy another desk and sometimes I was like, oh, how cool is that?
Right, but before we get sucked into more, I mean, I'll stop the broadcast. I mean, you can still continue to talk in the hangout afterwards, but I'm going to stop the broadcast now. So thanks
we're
for
still
anyone
going.
that's still there for watching.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say,
didn't
you stay in the
realize we were
hangout.
still
I'm just going to stop live.